Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to the Big Three, the only three, the D3 NBA show. I'm here with my guys, Ken and TJ. Say what's good.
Good. What up?
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, we doing a little different today, man. Right now it's I got Ken and TJ here. This is their first time coming on the pod, and Miguel right now. Miguel's gonna come on soon. He's on his way home right now, so we're gonna have four people, and then the friend of the pod, Josiah, is gonna come on too. So we're gonna be five heads deep in here tonight. So, hey, bro, how y'all feeling about y'all teams in the playoffs so far? Well, me and
Well,
TJ can't really talk. We not in the playoffs, and well, I'm not in the playoffs anymore. TJ's team wasn't even in the playoffs.
yeah, we wasn't even a thought of. We was already in Cancun from the start.
Word, but hey, Ken, how y'all feel about that first round in Miami had, man?
Man, I thought we gonna go for the sweep, but I mean, you know what it is. We had that boy Trey on lock though.
Word, yeah, for real. Like I honestly like I had them winning one game, and they put up a little bit of a fight towards the end, but Miami got it, bro.
Oh, I thought as soon as Jimmy was ruled out for Game 5, I thought it was over. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Yep. Yeah, no cap. No, I never thought that there was going to be a point where Miami lost, but there was a point where it looked like Atlanta was going to fight back, but then they got another injury. Like
Yeah,
they were heavily injured this whole season. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, TJ, since your team didn't make the playoffs, who was the team that you were rooting for to win?
So, well, you talking about like overall, like the whole finals?
Yeah, like out of the 16 teams in the playoffs, like which team are you an honorary fan of?
Nah, it's kind of hard in there. Um, well, well, can't lie. I might have to go with. It's tough.
You
It's
don't
tough
even
because
know.
there's a lot of good teams. There's a lot of actual good teams and everything and whatnot. But I actually think that the team, to me, that I'm gonna have to root for. I might have to go with Ken Ball. I'm gonna have to join Miami fan base for this playoffs because
Oh, nah, man. You know
yeah,
what? Since you a Houston Rockets fan, I guess that makes sense because they in the opposite conference.
I
yeah.
gotta yeah, and plus I gotta run. My guy PJ, former
Word, yeah, yeah, you got
Rockets
connection
legend. He
with PJ
did.
Tucker. Yeah, you got that Houston connection with PJ. I feel you.
I
I ain't
gotta
even mad
take
at that.
him.
I ain't even mad at that. So, hey, Ken. So y'all playing Philly in the second round, right?
Yep.
How you feel about that?
Who we? I ain't even gonna lie. I got us going in. I got us in 5 or 6.
Five or six?
Hmm?
Who you think is going to be the X factor? This TJ, you can answer this too. Who do we think is going to be the X factor in this Miami Philly series?
I feel like it really depends on how Harden does. If he ain't
Yeah,
if he ain't for the step up, it's gonna be an easy series.
I
Yeah,
mean he's washed, bro. So like the most he gonna give you is like 22, 23 points.
I mean, I get that, but with Embiid hurt, you know what I'm saying? He basically finna be on one with one arm.
Right? Yeah,
Got to step up.
that's true. That's true. But Harden's a known that man is a known playoff choker. You feel me? So like I don't think he's gonna step up. Like I'm with you. I think Miami got it in like five, maybe six if Embiid has like a crazy series.
Yeah,
But I think the X factor is gonna be the bench to me. I think Miami's bench easily beats Philly's bench. Like they haven't used Paul Millsap at all. Like I get it, he's old and everything, but like he could come on and make a big like at least a minor impact because people forget that that man was starting on the Nuggets in the playoffs like 2 years ago. So he's not like too washed, like obviously he's not as good as he used to be, but like he's still Paul Millsap at the end of the day.
exactly.
So they not really playing him. Brooklyn didn't play him, but like we didn't have any room in the rotation for him. I feel like Philly could make some room for him. But yeah, now I feel like Miami they got something that Philly don't got, and that's a deep bench. I think Miami got like a top three bench in the league. Like,
Definitely is the top three.
yeah, you got Tyler, Victor Oladipo off the bench. Like Max Strus is going crazy too. Like, Miami's they're clicking on all cylinders right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if they ended this quick.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, but I don't want to get too deep into the second round. Yeah, I want to kind of get in with the first round first. So, what y'all think about the Mavericks and Utah Jazz series?
Utah be Utah. We already knew that.
Um,
No cap. Yeah, we're in Utah. Utah be Utah, man. Hey,
Man.
so the main question coming out of the series is: have Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert play their last game together?
100%.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Either to me, I think that Donovan Mitchell's out of there. I think he's the one that's going to be gone. It's either that to me that he's going to either go to Miami or New York, or they could go the either the option of trading Rudy in a way that kind of. I mean,
At
they
at
lose
this
their
at this
defense.
point at this
They lose
point
their
though,
defense though.
yeah, like at this point, obviously Rudy is probably the one that they want to keep because he's I don't know if you guys be peeping, but like every time we talk about Rudy on the podcast, like my guy Miguel, he always says like he's a walking 50 wins because his impact on a team's defense is beyond any other player in the league. So
Oh
like
no, that's true. That's true. And then it's like Donovan Mitchell throughout this whole series, he actually let his opponents like shoot a high percentage on him while they was
yeah,
defending him.
he don't want to be there. It's getting obvious based on the amount of touches that he's giving Rudy Gobert and the defense that he's playing. Uh, Personally, I don't think he's gonna go to Miami. I think New York is a more likely option. A couple weeks ago on the pod, I said that they should explore a trade with the Blazers and try and see what's up with Dame. Because I feel like both players would welcome a change of scenery like that. I feel like Dame being with Rudy Gobert, I feel like that combination would be lethal. Like you put Dame with Rudy Gobert and the bench that they got, Jordan Clarkson and Hassan Whiteside and all those players, like you seen Dame play with Hassan Whiteside before, and you seen how good they were as a one two punch in the
Hey,
bubble.
so is this he a free agent after this, ain't he?
Hassan?
No, Spider.
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay, so now look, I think he's going to Miami, and I this is my reason. So I'm finna go back. I'm finna go to baseball to get y'all. You know what I'm saying? You
Okay.
remember when Derek Jeter joined Tampa Bay as they general manager or whatever he is.
Yeah.
First trade he did was get Stanton to New York.
Hmm.
I feel like
You think D Wade got something to do with this?
if it's gonna happen, D Wade got something to do with this and gonna send him to Miami, bro. I honestly
Okay, that's an interesting way of looking at it.
am
I never even thought about that.
I
telling you
never thought about it like that either, but that could be an
Hmm.
influence right there. That could be an influence right
that.
there.
But I mean, D Wade is a owner though. Like the
Hey, he still got the ties.
he do, but it's not. It's kind of different than the Derek Jeter situation because Derek Jeter came in as a GM. He was getting paid by the team. D Wade is a minority owner, so like him losing Donovan Mitchell to the Heat, like yeah, he like if D Wade was going to lose Donovan Mitchell to any team, I'm pretty sure he would want it to be for the Heat. But I'm saying like he's losing money if Donovan Mitchell goes somewhere else. You know, regardless of if it's
And I
at
get,
the Heat or not.
but what you just said, if they pull a trigger and get somebody else, they still gonna get that money coming in that they got from Mitchell, regardless.
Seven, eight,
That's true.
seven.
But I'm saying they need the star power though. Who from Miami is gonna match the star power that Donovan Mitchell had in Utah?
Shit, they can get a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? Tyler on his third year going crazy. You never know. He might just need a whole new change of scenery just to show out even more. You see what I'm saying?
That's true, but Pat Riley, he's kind of stubborn about Tyler Hero.
I know, but for the right, I don't know. It's just something in me. He knew Harden wasn't gonna help them out at all. He knew he wasn't ready for the.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Harden don't fit that Heat culture.
That was definitely a reason to, you know what I'm saying, deny. And you got everybody talking like, well, they stupid. They should have. No, now you see why we didn't trade for him.
Yeah. Nah. Ultimately, it ended up being like a smart decision to not go after Harden.
I feel like he would actually pull the plug if it was for two, Mitchell and Bill. I could see
Mitchell and Bill.
Yep.
Not like a Damian Lillard.
We already got Lillard.
That's true. So you would want to bring who? All right. So let's say you're Pat Riley. Who are you offering to Utah? What's your trade package, and what are you asking for? Are you asking for just Donovan Mitchell?
You know you're gonna have to Tyler Hero.
I throw in a couple firsts, you know what I'm saying? Something just like that, just to, tip of the iceberg and make it, hey, look, you gonna get these 3-point snipers. We're gonna give you a couple first rounds. You know who we want. Like
so you said Tyler Hero and who else?
And Duncan Robinson.
So Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and how many first round picks?
I say 2 second.
2 first rounds?
Yep.
Unprotected?
Unprotected.
I don't know, man. I feel like all right, so what would you say if you're Pat Riley, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the GM of the Jazz. So you offer me that and I tell you Leon Rose and the New York Knicks just called me. They offered me Julius Randle and Kemba Walker and 2 first round picks. What you got to say about that? Like, can you give me something better than that?
Oh shit!
At that point, we're gonna have to throw in. We're gonna have to throw in a defender. We're gonna have to definitely throw in a defender to make it.
Who would you throw in?
Probably Depot or something like that. Probably.
But
honestly,
he a free agent though.
I'm gonna get that too. But he's a free agent. I'm gonna get to that too. I want to get to that later on. But it's gonna have to either be Martin or that's kind of
it's tricky.
Yeah.
I feel like at least to get a player like Donovan Mitchell, you got to give up at least 2 starters.
All right, yo, NOLA, could I put my prediction in there real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
Bro. All right, now I think if he would go to Miami, I think probably what Miami would probably offer is Tyler Hero. Would offer Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson. If they wanted Strus, I think that they would probably be offering. They would probably throw him
Strus
into
is probably
an offer.
a player too. That
Okay.
I agree.
Maybe like a late first round. Probably.
Okay.
I want to say like whatever. I want to say maybe like
for this year, like this year's first round pick.
If Miami even has a first round this year, if they do,
I think we do.
Then I would say this year, and I'll say maybe like a second. I'll say like maybe like a second round for like next year or whatever.
And would that be your final package, or add something? You're still adding stuff.
And I'll say like if there's a swap, if there's like a swap pick or whatever with another team that I have gotten through like another trade or whatever,
right?
I would offer that also.
I
would offer that also. Try to see if a third team could try to see if they can add on to it.
Oh, see, yeah, that's something we haven't really explored yet.
We got
third team
second for next year.
What's that?
We got a first and a second for this coming up year.
The first and a second, so that would be possible. But yeah, I mean, adding the third team doesn't sound crazy. Like that could be the right way to go.
Because think about it. Because I mean, like think about it. Maybe there's a team that's out there that's willing to actually hear offers whatsoever. Maybe if
But
if New York actually add themselves into it, maybe they can walk out. Maybe they can walk out with a different player, and then somebody could walk out with Kemba.
that's the thing. But what are we giving up to that next team too?
That's that exactly. What are the Knicks getting out of this? Because
Exactly.
the Knicks want Donovan Mitchell. That's not a secret anymore.
So for them to even allow us to get Mitchell, we would have to at least give up Bam, and that's not even going.
And everybody knows Bam is untouchable. They'll trade Jimmy before they trade Bam.
Exactly.
So I feel like the Knicks would not take part in that trade.
Yeah.
They would easily that like all right. So let's say so back to what we were talking about. So you offered Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, 2 first-round picks, right?
So,
I said the Knicks just offered me Kemba Walker, Julius Randle, and 2 first-round picks. I like their offer better. Give me another offer that would make me want to accept your offer over their offer. What else would you add? Would you add more picks? Would you add more players?
I'm gonna have to add Strus to the 2.
Okay.
And I have to put that second round on there.
Okay, so the final offer would be Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Max Strus, and what else?
Two
first round picks
and a second.
And a second round pick.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, that's not a bad offer. That's not a bad offer. But what if the Knicks throw in another first round pick, make it 3 first round picks, and then they also throw in somebody like
Is it
Obi Toppin?
Yeah, that first if their first round is protected, oh my god, then
I don't even see him being. I see him being untouchable too. But
I feel like they would keep Obi. I feel like they would keep Obi just because of his recent games.
Yeah.
I just feel like just
true, but those are kind of empty stats though, because they weren't winning those games.
True, but also I just feel like also on how Julius Randle, just on his attitude alone this year, I just think that they should think about considering moving on.
Who?
Yeah, no, I think Julius Randle is going to be gone by the next trade deadline. I think.
That's kind of hard. Yeah.
I think Jeremy Grant might be the one that'd be out of here soon.
So Ken,
yep.
So Ken, what is the biggest like Godfather offer that you could give to get Donovan Mitchell? Oh, what's good, Miguel? That was good to the
What's
pod.
going on?
Hey,
what's going
Miguel,
on?
we talking about potential Donovan Mitchell trades.
Is Utah the first team y'all got to?
Yeah. So we talked about the Utah and Dallas series, and now we're talking about like potential deals for Donovan Mitchell.
All right, sounds good.
The ultimate Godfather deal, I would say.
So Miguel, Ken thinks that Miami has a shot at getting Donovan Mitchell.
They for sure got a shot at him.
So he's giving his offer right now, and I'm the Knicks GM, and I'm also trying to bid for Donovan Mitchell right now.
All right.
We're gonna do 3 firsts,
3 first round picks,
a second
round pick,
Strus,
Max Strus,
Tyler
Hero,
Duncan Robinson.
That's the final offer. That's the best you could do. Take it or leave it.
Wait. But that's my thing though. Is one of those first rounds protected? Like top 14 protected though?
Yeah. Are they lottery protected? Top 10 protected?
All of them unprotected?
All unprotected.
That's too much for Donovan. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's too much for Donovan.
That's too much, but listen to what he said, that New York is offering though.
So I
Nah,
said
New York got a package.
New York is offering Kemba Walker, Julius Randle, Obi Toppin, and 3 unprotected first-round picks.
They would have to offer Mike Conley in that offer, yo. For
Yeah, but I'm asking back for Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley.
Come on, that don't even Mike Conley and Donovan Mitchell. That's like almost 70 mil in contracts right there.
Yeah.
that is a huge contract, but
That
I'm
is
sure
true.
that New York can definitely take that. They can definitely do that just off their
But yeah, the Knicks got
cash space.
money. I'm pretty sure they have money to give away, and plus they're getting rid of Julius Randle's contract, and Kemba Walker's making like I think how much is he making, like 9 mil?
Yeah.
That's
8
9
mil.
mil.
He's at 8 mil right now.
8 mil. Yeah, so you're getting rid of Kemba Walker's 8 mil, and then Obi Toppin's not getting paid that much.
No, but my thing is, why trade Obi Toppin when I feel like they should do everything in the world to keep him. They should do everything in the world to keep him. What they should do is think about trading Mitchell Robinson. How many games have he played throughout? Think about it. They can
I
trade
agree.
Mitchell Robinson, and also think about it like this: if they stay like top 10 or 11 in the draft, they can draft Mark Williams from Duke.
Nah, so
he's talking that shit right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm trying to keep Obi if I'm the Knicks.
all right.
If we're
So
being 100% honest, I think the Knicks are the most realistic team. I think that he can get him, but I just feel like that package is just like what it would take to get Donovan Mitchell would just be crazy if I'm Miami.
right. Yeah, no.
Because you're
I
thinking
think
about that's 4 max contracts on your roster.
yeah, I think that ultimately the Knicks have the better package, but
For sure.
like we all know how the New York Knicks are. They think they could get everybody. So I'm going based off of what Leon Rose would do. So I think he would save Mitchell Robinson or Obi Top. Like he would save one of them from this Donovan Mitchell trade, and then try and build, and then try and go for the Zion sweepstakes. I know he wants that big 3.
But I'm sort of like this. Now I'm trying to sit here and think about it. Now if I was New York though, like I would think about I would think like everything in the world, because like I'm just saying, like Mitchell Robinson should definitely be in an offer. Should be in an offer if they're talking about trading. If they're talking about trading for Donovan Mitchell. Now they can like I said, they can draft a center in the draft. I feel like Mark Williams could definitely be the one to definitely be Mitchell Robinson replacement. I'm sure that like I feel like it wouldn't be a miss on drafting Mark Williams. I feel like it would not be a miss. I feel like this would actually be a hit. Actually, Mark Williams is like I feel like he would be a solid key player for the Knicks. And I
there's a lot of big men in this
like
draft too.
Yeah. I won't say that like Mitchell Robinson is not just a catch and lob, but I say that I'll say he gets in a lot of foul trouble a lot. That's why I'll say that he gets in foul trouble a lot. And I'm sure that you can't. I'm sure that I'll say that you're a great center. You're a great center, but I'm sure that the Knicks should move on from Mitchell Robinson 100%.
Yeah,
that's
I
not a bad
wouldn't.
take.
Yeah, I wouldn't be like if I'm the Knicks, I wouldn't mind moving off of him. Like you said, like he's not like he's a starting caliber center. Yeah, maybe the foul trouble is obviously an issue. He's not gonna give you much else than as a roll man, or other than like a lob threat. And like you said, not only Mark Williams, there's a lot of other centers in this draft. Like I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of teams that have like mid first round picks or just have a first round pick in general move off of their backup center, move off of their starting center, just because they have so many options in a Mark Williams, a Walker Kessler, a Christian Koloko, Christian Koloko is the guy. That's the guy you're gonna see teams fighting over in the draft. Because he reminds me so much of like a Claxton, like a switching big. He has the length. He's a decent rebounder. He's just gonna be a great defender at the next level. I think that's the guy. If you could get him,
He
Hey,
he
before
don't
we
remind
move
he don't
on,
remind y'all to Aiden. He don't remind y'all of Aiden kinda like the way how he
Coloco?
play. Yeah, the way how he
He
play.
could
He don't
be.
remind you
He
of kind
could
of
be.
Aiden kinda type of player.
I think he's a modern day big. I think he's gonna fit in the NBA just because of he doesn't have cement feet. That's the problem with the rest of these big men in the league. The ones that don't last all have cement feet.
yep.
He's gonna be able to move. He's gonna be able to guard in space. That's why I think that's when we get to the draft. That's the guy that I'm high on right there as a big man.
Okay. So before we move on to the next series that we talk about, so about the Donovan Mitchell stuff, the general consensus has been in between Miami and New York. But to you guys, what is the third dark horse team that people aren't talking about that have a shot?
I wish I would have got time to prep on this one, but a third team, that's tough. I feel
Man,
like New York and Miami are the two realistic options.
dark
I
horse.
I say for me, I think a dark horse team could be Portland or the
Minnesota.
Lakers.
I think Minnesota is. I don't think the Lakers could get him. They don't have no assets. I
Yeah,
think
no, that's good.
They got Russell Westbrook
Minnesota
still.
could get him. But nobody's. If you're trading Donovan Mitchell for Russell Westbrook and who Austin Reeves, like come on. If you're trading Donovan Mitchell, you got to get something back in return that's at least gonna make you competitive. Because if Rudy Gobert on your team, you're still gonna be at least a playoff team.
Yeah,
If you have
Exactly.
Rudy and if you have the rest of those guys, like nah, you
What's
got to
that thing
be.
you got? What's that thing you said about Rudy Gobert? That he's a what?
He's a walking 50 wins, like straight like that. He's gonna get you in the
But you know,
playoffs.
so
You need something else to get you past that, but he's gonna get you there.
hey, you want to know? You know what? I just thought about it. You know who?
Who?
I'll say Atlanta.
That
Atlanta?
makes sense. Atlanta makes sense.
Okay,
Even
yeah,
though
that's a
a backcourt with Donovan and Trey Young is like barbecue chicken to these other
yeah,
teams.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Oh
telling you
my
right now.
gosh. Oh
Like,
my
like
gosh. A
you see
player
what's
like
going on now.
Kyrie?
Donovan Mitchell,
Oh my God, a
yo,
player like Kyrie gonna be a kid in a candy store with
Man,
that
yo,
backcourt.
any Jimmy Butler's out there feasting on Trey Young, and Jimmy's not even a top tier offensive talent like that. And
Yeah,
he's out there seeing Trey Young, and it's these teams are going after him every team. I said this last year in the playoffs. He got by New York and he got by Philly because those teams don't have guys that can attack mismatches.
yep.
Once you put Trey Young in a series where a guy can attack him, put him in the post, really put him running pick and rolls nonstop, guard to guard pick and rolls. It's curtains. You're seeing that right now with Donovan. Jalen Brunson is going at Donovan Mitchell's neck in this series. Well, was because the series over, but he was
yeah,
going at his neck.
yeah.
Yeah, they got to
He
do.
really came
They
out of
have to get
nowhere.
some. They got to get some defender. When you're Royce O'Neal's your best defender on the perimeter, and he's 6'4", like
that's a problem. That's a
Man,
yeah,
problem,
that's
and it's a problem when knowing to see that Donovan Mitchell's opponent field goal percentage was going up year by year, and he almost had opponents shooting almost 50% in the playoffs.
and
Yep.
his was going down. His been going down year by year. He's been a great playoff performer, but this year, you look at straight points per game, like oh he's like on God mode. Then you look at it's like 39% from the field, and it's like sheesh, Sun's gotta change. Yeah, I don't know. I was
Yeah,
disappointed in what
but
Donovan did in the playoffs this year.
yeah, they
man,
definitely had
Yo,
better
he
performances.
just looks so out of it a little bit.
I feel like he's
Yeah,
mentally
that's
checked out.
nah, I think
yeah for
he's
sure.
done. I think he's done. I think he's done with Utah. Like that. I think that's it. Like I think this will probably be the last time we'll ever see Donovan Mitchell suit up in
And
the Utah's.
that's why I said what I said. You weren't here, Miguel, but you remember in baseball when Derek Jeter went to Tampa Bay, what was the first trade he made?
See, I'm not a baseball guy. You're gonna have to break that down for me. I don't watch a lick of
This is
baseball in
because this is
years.
an interesting theory that he brought up.
Go ahead. Is it frozen?
Oh, we might be having some connection issues right there. But
Yeah.
oh, there we go, there we
Go
Oh,
go.
ahead,
oh,
Yeah,
there we
go
go.
break
ahead,
it
Ken.
down.
Hold on, bro.
Yeah, we could hear you. Never mind. All right, but I'll explain. I'll explain it for him. So basically, he said that Derek Jeter went to Tampa Bay, and he became the GM there, and then he traded his player in Tampa Bay to New York. So he's basically bringing up the theory that
The D Wade theory.
yeah,
He's pretty much. You see what D Wade did when he went to Chicago? He was in Jimmy's ear. yo, Miami's the place for you.
Hey,
Now, I
but
think
see,
the
here's the thing though. I said that this is a little different though because D Wade is not a GM. He's the owner. So it wouldn't really make sense for him because he's putting money into this team. That's the difference between like the Derek Jeter thing where he was a GM there and then D Wade in Chicago where he was getting paid by Chicago. You know, he wasn't wasting money
I
there.
get that. But another thing though, the rumors for Donovan to go to Miami has been there even before D Wade even bought partnership in the team or
Yeah.
part ownership. Because him and Bam, they train together every summer. They're drafted a pick apart. They're one of close friends in the league right now. So like I wouldn't be. I think in order for Donovan to get to Miami, I would love it. I talked about it on the previous podcast, but I think it would have to be Donovan wants to be in Miami, and
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that's like a shocker if that does happen. All I know is Tyler Hero could get the boot if Donovan Mitchell wants to get here.
Oh
But you
yes,
know that now.
yo, I already know that, and I'm sure that what they trying, what I'm don't Miami have to pay him the, and I'm sure that he wants the
Tyler
but his
max.
Hero
contract year coming
next
up, right?
season. Yeah, I wouldn't give him the max,
Yeah, no, I don't think he's worth the
but
max.
I think
But
a max is too much.
But yeah, let's move on to the next playoff series. We got Golden State Warriors and Denver Nuggets. Golden State won in 5 games. So what's y'all takeaways from that series? Like what stuck out to you?
Jokic needed help. He
For
needed
a
help.
fact.
He needed help whatsoever. Um, I'll say that the NBA did wrong by not putting Jordan Poole and the most improved player. He
I
showed,
agree.
yeah, he sold out. I'll say that he showed out. He did have his bad. He had his bad games in this series, whatever. But the big take about it was that we see Clay is 100% in his bag. In his bag.
For sure.
Hopefully that he continues to do it next round. Curry,
Next round's gonna be a little tougher for him to do that though. I'll let you know that now. Because
Yeah,
Denver's perimeter
they're going up
defenders,
against
they even worse
them
than
dogs. They're going up
the
against them
defenders over
dogs.
there are worse than the ones in Utah.
Right.
I thought Denver was the worst team to make the playoffs. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like
So
Joker, I love Jokic, but his supporting cast was awful.
not good.
Like
Yeah.
Austin Rivers was the second best player on some games.
Right. So at full health on both sides, who do you think would have taken it?
Golden State in 6. Still, like don't get me wrong. Yeah, they would have won. They
Word?
would have still won
So
the one game, but I think that they would have only. I think that they would have only won 2 games out of this series. I think that Denver would have probably only won 2 games out of this series. We haven't seen Jamal. We haven't seen Jamal Murray play since for
it's been like
how
over a
long
year,
now? For how
like
long
14
now?
It's been
months.
about a year. It's like about a
It
year,
been
yeah.
I was gonna
It was
say I'll say like
February, I think,
year
he
and
got
some
hurt,
change, a
right?
year and some change maybe.
Something like that. Like
But
it was like a month before the playoffs. I
Yeah.
think I've said it before on the podcast. I think Denver fully healthy can win the championship. I I just think that
Yeah.
lineup that when they have their starting five together, it moves these guys that they have now, moves them to the bench. It gives them more depth. These guys have had an opportunity to have the ball in their hands. You move a guy like Austin Rivers, a guy like Bones Highland, get more burn off the bench. Ben Forbes, they brought in a shooter, Jeff Green, JaMychal Green, those guys get brought down. And that starting five is going to be it's one of the best in the league. Jamal Murray,
Word.
Michael Porter Jr., Will Barton, Aaron Gordon, and Jokic. It's like, come on, I don't know. I honestly, the West next year is going to be nuts. With them fully healthy, and then you have a fully healthy Clippers team,
For
whatever
sure.
LA does to bounce back from what they had last season, then the Warriors are going to be more healthy than they were this season with more time under the belt. You have a new and improved Memphis team that has experience now. And then we're going to get to New Orleans after this one, but and they're coming up
Word,
too. And
yeah.
you still got Phoenix. Yeah,
Yep. And
it's gonna be
especially
scary
because
next year.
Zion's coming back, New Orleans is gonna be great next year. You got the Clippers, they coming back with Kawhi and Norman Powell. You know, they got their little squad going, and then it's gonna be interesting to see how the Lakers bounce back too, because you know they at the end of the day, you could be playing with plumbers and electricians, but as long as you got LeBron James and Anthony Davis at full health, I feel like they got a shot.
Hell no.
Don't get
But
me
we good.
wrong. I want to say that, but just
I don't
Anthony
trust
Davis,
it.
man. This man is pure glass out there on the court, man. Pure glass.
Yeah, he's unreliable.
That's a real bubble fraud. We ain't gonna talk about it though. Our boy's out there shooting like Klay Thompson in a bubble. He got out there. He's the worst
Nah,
jump
chill.
shooter in the NBA now.
Nah, but he was
Shoot.
that whole season he was good though. It wasn't just a bubble.
He was not shooting like that before the bubble. That's a fact. That's a fact,
No, I'm not
bro.
saying
On
I'm not saying the
everything.
bubble. I'm not saying the bubble didn't help, but I'm saying like he was still prime AD before the bubble.
Man,
The bubble
what did
turned Anthony Davis into a top 75 player.
Man,
Without that run, is he making a top 75?
Man,
AD?
what did Jason
I
Tatum
don't think
say?
so.
That bubble was making everybody look like Michael Jordan.
Yep.
Not everybody.
Especially
That bubble was making everybody look like Michael
from
Jordan.
South Beach. Especially that dude from South Beach.
Which one?
The one from
Nah,
Wisconsin.
Man. Yeah,
Man.
don't even say his name. My boy
That
just
man-
balled out
man.
last series.
Hey, but you see what he did this year though.
Yeah, I seen what he did this year. I also seen what he did last year.
It's just that.
That's
It's just
fine.
that.
My boy had no legs.
It's that 3-year
had
thing.
no
That's
legs.
all it is.
Where he was burnt out. He had like a 40, 50 day off season.
Man, listen, yo, he had
Yeah, that's
that
like
song,
him.
man.
That's like him going
He
to
had
Ramadan
that
for a
Jack
whole year.
Harlow song stuck to his goddamn head. That's what it was.
Oh,
Got
man.
that song
But,
stuck
all
to
right,
his head.
There ain't
let's get
shit
on
to
to the
talk
next
about with
series.
Golden State and Denver though. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That series was over before it started. I had
Word.
Golden State in 4. I was surprised they
Word.
got a game. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right,
I
so
thought Golden State was gonna sweep him.
let's talk about Memphis and
Word.
Minnesota.
That's the
This
best
is
series.
over yet.
still going
That's
on.
the best series to playoffs.
Yeah, I think so. It's always the
sweep.
series that ends last in the first round. That's always the best series.
Bro,
If
they're
you look at it.
With the
crazy.
longest.
Right. Yeah. So
I want to
so
say
this
something about
series,
that series though.
There's still potentially 2 games left. There's definitely 1 game left, but there's the
That shit
potentially
ended
2 more.
tonight.
I don't
think
That
think
so?
shit ended tonight. Yes. John
They
Morant's
put
the
in
best player in the series, and we're seeing
They
it.
put in down the young wolves.
I think so. But this series giving me very much Western Conference Finals 2019 vibes. Portland Trailblazers outplayed the Warriors for 3 quarters in every single game, and they somehow lost it in 4.
Yep.
And the same thing
That's
is happening with Minnesota and Grizzlies. Like you've seen it. Like I've been rooting for Grizzlies all year long. Minnesota has been the better team in this series for a fact. John Morant has been up and down. Desmond Bane has been their most consistent player. Jaren Jackson Jr. has just been a ghost out there. You can't even see him. But
they
So-
got
just seeing superstars
Steve
being
Nash not getting
superstars.
no playing
So
time
question:
either.
What does this say about what does it say about Memphis if they lose this series?
they're overrated seconds. They are overrated number 2 seed.
Yeah,
I think they're
actually-
inexperienced. I think it's
No, exactly. That's what it is too, though. Because how many people they got on their team that made it to the playoffs? You got
Steven Adams, the only one with playoff
Steven Adams,
experience, and he's not even in the
do
rotation.
he even play?
He's not in the
He's not
rotation.
even
After
playing
game
this series.
2. After game 2,
They
he's out
took
the
him out.
rotation.
They took him out. Yeah, they took him out of the rotation. He said as long as he was like it takes, as long as it takes to win.
Yeah, something got to give, man. Because he should be on the floor. I don't care what you say.
The main thing about it is
Right.
The series could have been over with him on the floor.
It's because he's
Nah.
slow. It's because
They had to
he's
take
slow
him out.
when going
They had to
against
take him
Kai.
out.
Why?
When he's going against Kai and everything and whatnot, yo,
It's a
Kai is
terrible
taking
matchup.
him off it. Yeah, he's taking him literally to the basket every time.
Yeah.
I talked about this last pod. The
I
adjustments that Taylor Jenkins made, it's helped them out a lot. Going small,
I think this series.
putting athleticism on Cat.
I think this series, it's all about the young guys. I think the difference here is that the Timberwolves have young guys with that at least have some playoff experience. Like John Morant, he got knocked out of the play-in, I think, last year. Or actually, no, he made the playoffs last year, got bounced in like the first round in a quick series. And then if you look at Minnesota, they got D'Angelo Russell, a guy that is a known closer and a guy that is known to thrive on a big stage. You got Cat, who also has playoff experience.
Man.
No, but my thing about Cat is that Cat is a terrible. This is his second play. This is his second time in the playoffs. The first time he went against my team in the first round, and he actually got shut down by Clint Capella when Clint was actually on my team, and he did an excellent job guarding Cat. When Cat is going against somebody defensive or athletic, he's not gonna perform well in the playoffs.
Perfect. We see what Brandon Clark's doing. Brandon Clark's a pure athlete, and he's won them 2 games already in this series since he's come into the rotation. Since he's been getting those closing minutes, big time minutes in the games. Like he had 20 and 15 the last game. He had a clutch tap out that got the offensive rebound, tapped it out to Ja, and Ja hit the 3-pointer to go up by 2. Like he's been huge. He's been big time in this series. And it's because, like you said, Cat's just a bad defender. He just like I don't want to say it's his IQ because he's obviously not a dumb basketball player, but he just has like slips during the game where he has dumb fouls. He doesn't pay attention
Bad
when a
decisions,
rebound comes
yo.
off. Yes, exactly. The decision making sometimes
yeah.
is just for like an all NBA like borderline superstar. It's just kind of crazy. He makes those type of mistakes.
Like you want to say some people like you want to say that he's a top 3 center in the league, but it's just like how he plays on, I want to say, on the defensive end, or when he's going against other top 5 centers.
He go through slumps.
He plays absolutely terrible. Terrible.
Like, to be honest, he's too soft. That's just the best way to put it.
I didn't want to say it like that. I didn't want to say it like that. But, I just want to say, like, you frail.
Now say it like it is.
Just say it like it is, because that's exactly how it is.
I don't want to say it, but like, come on,
all right, pretty much. All right, Cat is soft. Cat is total tissue soft. Cat is total tissue soft. That's why he calls himself the best shooting big in the league, whatever history. It's because when we took him out to the basketballs, bro, man, listen, you're not out muscling nobody. I remember when everybody remembers that picture when he was trying to back down Boogie and everything. Boogie was laughing at him. He told him to go to the weight room. Told him to go bench 350 while you at it. Like, come on.
Yeah, and I know y'all remember that one picture of Cat struggling and Boogie is just brick wall.
It. Yeah, that's the picture.
You see what Jimmy said.
Was he right though?
He was definitely right.
That's the question.
I think he's right. I think he was 100% right behind it. Like, is Cat really a leader? Is Cat really to me, for the Timberwolves, I like. It's Ant-Man. It's Ant-Man. 100%.
Yeah, he's the future of the organization, I think.
For sure. I think this team has like another 3-year window, I think, with the core they got right now.
I would even extend it longer than that, honestly. With Cat, like what we're talking down to him right now, like he has the you can't deny the talent he has, the shooting ability he has at that size, like his passing ability, all that. And then Anthony Edwards, an ascending star. We've seen what he's done in these playoffs. He's had his breakout games. But those 2 guys for the next 10 years, it's going to be hard to bet against them. It always depends on how they thought the roster around them.
Like Taha said,
the next 10 years, I think, to be honest, I think Cat is going to be the first. Cat is going to be the first one out of there.
It's heavy, but like Taha said, I give him a 3-year window only if they get at least 2 more good players, 2 more good young players, and I could damn near see him like how was growing up, how Golden State was growing up. But they just need a couple more players, honestly.
Yeah, they have to go through
Yeah,
their
they
ups and
could use.
downs. This is their first
Yeah.
playoff series. They haven't fought through an adversity yet. Pat Bev's
Mhm.
helped them a
Right.
lot though.
A player that they need
For
to
sure.
get rid of, though, a player that they need to get rid of, even though they paid him, they paid him a lot of money. And I just don't understand why. If you're
Who?
barely gonna use him, Malik Beasley, didn't they give him like 80 million? Didn't they
He
give him
was
80
playing.
million or
Shit, he
something?
got dunked on.
No,
Yeah, he comes
no.
off the
What I'm
bench, so he
saying,
gives him a spark. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
no. What I'm trying
He's
to say is that
expendable.
they should.
Yeah.
I feel like they should, see their options with him. They should see his options, like see
He's got a
different
lot of
options
off
when it
the
comes
court
to him.
antics. Not that many this year, but he had a lot last year.
I think they're trading D'Lo. Honestly, he makes no sense on that roster. Like I'm keeping it a buck. Taha, I know
I don't know, bro. I
did in
feel
Brooklyn
like
that one
he's a
season,
great leader for them.
but he's been the obvious negative on his roster in his playoff series.
Yo, I
Like-
want to say D'Lo. I want to say D'Lo should be out of there, but I feel like he's.
I feel like they're gonna keep
If
him.
we're being honest, their leader is Patrick Beverly.
He's a
I feel
closer,
like he's
bro.
the calm
They
one.
need
Yo,
Cat
that's
is not
what
a
it is.
closer.
Yeah, D'Lo. I feel like he's the closer, and I feel like he's the quiet leader. He's the if we being honest, like he's the quiet player on the team. Like
His IQ,
you
I
don't
think his
know-
IQ is top 3 on that team.
Yeah.
top 3.
Yeah.
I think it's top 2. Yeah, I think it's top 2.
Yeah,
Like,
top 2.
It might be number one.
It might be number one.
It's him and Pat Bev.
Yeah,
It's him and Pat
it gotta be
Bev.
number 1. It gotta be number 1.
Yeah.
Him or Pat Bev
Between
for a
him and
fact.
Pat Bev. So I feel like trading him would be stupid. Unless he starts giving you like 10 points a game, I feel like it's stupid to trade him.
But what is he really giving you though? Like
He's
what is he
giving you
really
like a
doing
solid
on the court
15.
right now?
He's giving you
he's-
like a solid 15 and like 8. I want to say 15,
Nah,
15
more
and
than
like
that.
7. 15 and like
More
7.
He's giving you 19, 20 points with 7, 8 assists.
Saha, I don't know if we're thinking about the same guy.
Bro,
I'm about to look at
Depends on
what
how
he's
he's
averaging
playing.
just for the series.
Like,
you talking about for the series.
I'm saying he's giving you like
Even
a
just this
solid
season.
15, like a solid 15, 16 and like 7 assists.
Yeah,
This-
so for the season, he averaged 18, 7 assists, 3
Okay,
rebounds,
so
and a steal in 32 minutes.
Technically, if you add it all up, he's about right, but not close enough. So first game he had 10, second 11, the next 22, then 10, then 12. So it's about there.
Yeah, no, I thought we
He's
were talking
for
about
the
like in general.
series. No, I'm talking about for the series. He's been their obvious negative. Like he's been
Yeah,
their
for the
weak spot in the
series, yeah.
series. Right now, he's averaging 13 points and 7 assists on 32% from the
God.
field.
That's
Like that's
bad.
terrible.
But that could be just like a slump because against LA he balled. He had 29, 5 and 6. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
gonna have his game. He's gonna have his game where he pops off. He has that talent. I don't know, just over the course of like a whole season, like even you look at his efficiency now, 41% from the field. Like I need more than that from my guard.
To be honest, tonight, right now, what we need to see from D'Lo, we need to see like a 20, like over 25 points tonight. We need to see like 20, like we need like 25, like 27 tonight.
Shit, if you look at it,
25, 27 tonight.
Looking at his stats, he didn't got a little. He didn't progress. You see what I'm saying? Because he didn't went from scoring 23.6 in Golden State to getting on Minnesota that first year, scoring 21.7, and now it's all the way down to 18. So I mean,
well, you got to look at it on the situation too, because
I mean, I know Anthony. You know what I'm saying? I know Ant.
The first season in Golden State, he was the only player there. Stephen Curry was out with that.
Yeah, he went
for
from
like 4 or 5 months. Draymond was
he went from 19 field goal attempts to 15. So
so
his field goal attempts did drop.
And he was also coming off of that season in Brooklyn. He was hot, like he was feeling himself. Then he gets traded to Minnesota, and Minnesota wasn't that good at that time. Then the next season they pick up Anthony Edwards, and obviously they're still bad that year. And then this season Anthony Edwards took that step up, and that's where his drop came.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think if there's like an obvious spot to upgrade, it's gonna be D'Lo. Like he's a guy like you're not trading Cat, you're not trading Anthony Edwards. D'Lo's a guy where you could trade him and you could get assets back and build the depth out.
Right to
That's how
me.
that's
Well,
how
what
I
But,
really
about
but
what
see
that's
it.
about
the thing.
what
That's the
about one of the
thing.
forwards? What about one of the forwards though?
Yeah,
Like Vanderbilt
Vanderbilt and
Vanderbilt.
everything. He's not.
and
I
McDaniels,
won't say that.
their
I won't say
contracts are
that
too
he's
low.
bad. I won't say that he's bad, but I'll say that what they need to do is actually think about a future for like power forward maybe. But I'm saying I'll say maybe think about starting McDaniels
Yeah.
because like I mean don't get me wrong this season I actually seen like he had a lot of actually good games this year. Well, I think that what they need to do, I would think about starting McDaniels.
I
That's
think
what
I
I
think
thought.
that's how they're gonna go. I think that's the route they're gonna end up going just because McDaniels is a better 3-point shooter than Vanderbilt. But I just think Vanderbilt gives them way more defensively. And you
Yeah,
need you need a weak side rim protector playing next to Cat. Just because like obviously that's the negative part about his game is him defensively. And Vanderbilt, him and Patrick Beverly cover so much up for the rest of that team.
Mhm.
oh yeah, defensively.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
When
yeah.
we did our all defensive teams, I actually have Vanderbilt making my all defensive second team. I thought he had a great season. But now he's pretty much getting played off the court in this playoff series because they're just not guarding him. Like he's just
Damn,
not
yo,
a
y'all
threat
did
to
a
score on that
defensive
side of the
second.
ball.
Yo, don't get me wrong. Defensively, like the defensive teams. Yo, that oh man, it's gonna be a hard call. It's gonna be a hard call. Cause I think that there's like a lot of different players. I think that should make the first team. That should make the first team.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, no, defensive teams are tough. But you want to move on to the Sun series?
Yeah,
yes,
we
sir.
could move on to the Sun series. So for the
That's what I
Suns,
Yeah,
wanted to
so
talk about.
we got Phoenix taking out New Orleans in 6 games. New Orleans put up a way bigger fight than anyone expected. But what do you guys think about that series?
Listen,
I'm gonna let everybody
this
go.
is what I gotta say. Without Brooker, I don't know if that team even have a chance of making the playoffs. I mean, I know Paul is that guy, you know what I'm saying, but in the 82 games, I think they will come up just short without Booker.
I mean, yeah, but you can say that about a lot of teams though. Like Booker, he's honestly like I didn't want to say it. I was never the big Booker guy, but this season he's been their best player. Like any
Yeah.
team that loses their best player is gonna be tougher to make the playoffs. But I think the biggest thing we gotta talk about though is Chris Paul. The age of 30, he turns 37 next week. And the man is out here going 14 for 14 in a closeout game.
Insane. Insane.
33?
100% for 30 with
Yo,
31 points.
I, I,
33.
I got,
Just
I
to,
got, I
just to
got
add
Was
an
it
something.
extra
33?
two. Yes, it was 33. Just to throw a little something on the top of that. Come on.
Jesus.
CP3, point guard.
All I gotta say about it is he's better than Bob Cousy. All right.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
hell
that was a
yeah.
crazy take on ESPN.
Who,
But enough
They
about
who the
just
that.
be
fuck is
chatting
who
with
the
it.
fuck is Mad Dog? That's what I'm trying to. Who
Yeah,
is
yeah,
that guy,
right.
bro?
Like I've never seen
He's
him
a
before.
he's a Walmart version of Skip Bayless, bro, and everything. Who is this guy? They
Nah,
thought
No,
they
but
could
that
get
that's
that
Skip Bayless off of Amazon. No cap.
what
nah,
I
that's
really
Skip
want
Bayless
to
off a
talk about.
Wish.
What I really want to talk about, Brandon Ingram.
A
Nah, Brandon
superstar.
Ingram did step up.
Brandon
Man,
Ingram, that man was a man on a mission,
first
man.
playoff series. Come on, man. You gotta go crazy. And he definitely did that.
Yeah.
27.8 points a game.
Hmm.
For
Uh,
sure. And
I
that's
feel like
playing two elite wing defenders with Mikal and Jay
Man.
Crowder. And
yeah.
Mikal couldn't do nothing with Bi.
and that's how real it is. And yo, Mark Hart was literally top three finalists in Defensive Player of the Year. And this, yo, Brandon Ingram, that man was on a man on a mission. So you gonna
Bro,
call him? He
the
had his
future
games.
is
He had his
definitely
game.
bright.
But one thing I can say is Herb Jones, that man's a rookie. And I tell you this much, but that man will win Defensive Player of the Year someday down the line.
For sure. Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
it
on
was
his
his coming
menace
out party.
activity. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
It was
Alvarado
definitely
too.
his coming out party. Yeah,
Alvarado,
we've been throwing
man, oh
Alvarado so much
man.
love all season long on this podcast. Him and Herb
Word.
Jones. We're talking about him all year long. And it's just like I just love it when these guys playoffs is where they come out on a big stage and everybody finally wakes up and see how good these players are.
That's
That
why I like.
the young talent they got over there right now, brewing in New Orleans, they're going to be like I'm calling it now. I said it last year about Memphis. I said they're going to be a top 3 seed next season. Next season, New Orleans is going to be at least top 4 in the Western Conference. You add Zion to that roster, and they're a contender. I'm calling it
Absolutely.
now. For a fact.
And he said he want to sign an extension with him too. So it's just
He
gonna.
has to. Why? Like
He
he's in
has to.
that
This team is
situation is
good.
perfect. The
Man,
situation is
Listen, this
perfect
team
for
is
him.
good. Yeah, this team is good. Like, yo, listen, I would not try to even think about leaving. Like, yo, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning,
Yep.
man.
For a fact, and Willie Green's a hell of a coach.
man,
He
he
showed
gave
you
For
too.
sure.
Yo,
He coached his ass off in that series, going against the
he
coach of the
really
year.
did. He really
man.
did. Listen,
If there was a
yo,
rookie coach of the year award, he would win.
nah,
Nah, he wouldn't.
nah.
You
My
don't
guy
going
from Boston,
crazy.
my guy from
Yeah,
Boston.
you don't going crazy. I love Willie Green, but he had a hell of a season. But you don't
Nah, but
going
I don't think
crazy this year.
I don't think this was Udoka's first
It
head
was.
coaching job.
It was his first.
Nah,
Was it?
He was a rookie.
this is.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, this is.
Oh.
Yeah, he was your assistant coach last. He was your assistant coach last year. I
Yeah,
just
he
know
was.
that he's the
He was our
Nigerian
assistant coach in
national team.
Brooklyn.
They
He's
missed
the
him.
Nigerian national team, and it's crazy. They really pulled that win off against the U.S. too, and it's just
He was their head coach
yeah.
Whoa.
for the
He's the
Nigerian team.
yeah,
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
He's the Nigerian national basketball head team coach.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's crazy, yo. And then when you sit there and really think about it, like Boston was a good defensive team and everything and whatnot. But to me, I think what he did with this team was he made them commit to defense. And yo, this is probably the best defensive team that I've probably seen in years. Years.
Yeah, Boston was great. But one more thing about New Orleans before we move on from them. Taha, I want you to give my respect on what I said about CJ McCollum. I told him, I was like, wait till my boy CJ gets his
Yeah.
own squad.
Nah,
He
you
didn't
got
have a
it.
great series, but I was like, he's going to average at least 25, 27 points per game. And that's exactly what he did when he got to New Orleans. That man is a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Things been
nah,
holding him
I
back.
seen CJ. I saw CJ as like someone that was too little. I thought it was just gonna be like another case of like a Isaiah Thomas type of guy where it's just like he's gonna get exposed sooner or later.
Oh nah, the
But
one thing I like about CJ McCollum is that yo, and the one thing about like basketball and everything and whatnot, yo, listen, you can be a great shooter. But the one thing about it is it's always perfect to have a great fucking mid-range jumper. It's
For a
always great to
fact.
have a mid-range jumper. It's always great to have a mid-range
And he's not
jumper.
lazy off the ball. You need that. Like he's always moving.
Like
Fact.
when I remember when CJ
Is that all the
McCollum
series in the West?
carried. Was it? Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
wait, what was the question?
Was that all the series in the West? That
Yeah, that's all
do
the series in the
we
West.
cover
Yeah.
on the Western conversation?
Mhm.
Yeah. So we started off. So we can move on to the East, but we started off with the Miami series just because I wanted to hear what Ken wanted to say about that. So do you have any comments about that Miami series, Miguel?
I mean, I went into it expecting Heat in 5. I wasn't expecting that type of Jimmy Butler performance. I'm not gonna lie to you, averaging 30 points per game. I wasn't expecting that, but
Mm-hmm.
it was. The only thing I was trying to say. Victor Oladipo is close. He's close. What he showed in that closeout game, he was beating guys off the dribble. He's playing great defense, and the rebounding as a guard for his size, the effort he was giving on that side of the ball, like he just looked great. And it wasn't too. Atlanta was an 8 seed for a reason. They weren't. I wouldn't really give them much of a challenge, much of a fight. They just don't have enough guys on their squad to really hang with Miami. And Nick McMillan is. Yeah, listen to this stat I heard today. 18 seasons he's been a head coach. He's made it out of the first round twice. That's nuts, bro.
Nate McMillan?
18 seasons. Nate McMillan. 18 seasons he's been a head coach.
What team he coached for 18 years?
I'm about to search it up. I heard this today on the mismatch with Kevin O'Connor.
Nah,
18
there's no way he was a head
seasons.
coach for 18 years.
I'm
There's no way he
telling
was a
you.
head coach.
He
might
was
have
coach
been.
of the
He's been a
Pacers.
head coach since 2001. He coached
Yeah.
in.
What?
Yep.
He's been a head coach. He coached in Seattle, in Portland, and then in Indiana, and then he coached in Atlanta. And he's made
You
it
talking
past
about
the first
you
round
talking about Nate
once.
McMillan?
Yeah, he just it
Yes.
Oh
was
yeah,
with
that man been
Seattle
coaching
and the
for
Pacers.
years now.
Nah, but he
Yeah.
was an assistant in Seattle though.
Not was he? I thought he was our head
He
coach.
was
I thought
he
he was
was
our head
Interim
both.
coach.
coach. He was
He
interim
started off
coach.
as an assistant, but then he was a head coach for since 2001 season all the way up until 2005, and then from there he went to
Oh
Portland.
yeah,
He
you're
was there
right.
till 2012, and then he went to Indiana. He coached there till 2019. Then he went
Yep.
to Atlanta.
No, he
That's
So
coached.
he
He
became
coached.
an interim coach a couple times.
Yeah.
I can't lie, when he
wow.
became the interim
He's been
coach for
around.
Atlanta, like last year and everything and whatnot. That was a good. That was a good run for him. That was
Bro,
a good run for him.
you see his record as a coach?
Now, is it good?
736 and 641.
That's not bad.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad, but it's like average.
It's
Yeah, I would
solid.
say
But it's
that's
all
average.
about
That's
playoff
like
time.
He's a
When you don't make
53%.
adjustments, when you don't make adjustments in the playoffs, like obviously he was outmatched in this one, but like in his other series with Indiana, he never made it past the first round. Like,
but
yeah,
you can't really blame him for that one because he was
like he's never had like top tier talent. He's never been on a team that was like
yeah.
this team is supposed to make it to the conference final or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But he did
Mhm.
with Atlanta. That props to him for what he did last year. That was a hell of a run for
He was
them.
he was an underdog coach.
Hell of a run. Hell of a fucking run.
Even though they got lucky, but we're not even going. I'm not even going to shit on them right now. I'm gonna let them enjoy their vacation.
Okay,
I
fair
want to
enough.
talk
Fair
about
enough.
though. I want to talk about Boston and Brooklyn. I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Yeah, I got a
these are some
couple too,
takes
man.
these are some
Nah, I
takes
think
that
everybody
Taha
got a
had on
couple
the
of questions here.
podcast. I want to ask you if you still feel the same way about any of these takes.
Okay.
Okay. First
Yeah.
one, you call Sean Marks the best GM in the NBA. Do you still agree with that take?
No way you said that, bro.
No, bro. All right. So hold on. First, before I give my
Nah,
answer, to that,
just say yes or no first. Just say yes or no first, then you can explain on it. Do you still feel that same way about Sean Marks? Because he put
No.
out a shit roster for Steve Nash's shit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
no, no, I don't think that same way anymore.
Okay,
But I'm
give
gonna
me a
tell you
reason why you thought that way.
because we were in the deepest hole that any sports team in history was in, bro. Imagine being the worst team in the league for 3, 4 years, 5 years straight, and not having your pick. You have no hope. This man had one trade asset, two, if anything. He had Brooke Lopez and he had Thaddeus Young. He flipped Brooke Lopez for D'Angelo Russell, drafted she trades Thaddeus Young for the 20th pick, not even a lottery pick, the 20th pick in the draft, picks Karis LeVert. Then he signs a nobody that's bouncing from G League team to G League team and turns him into an all-star player, Spencer Dinwiddie. And then he picks a guy with the last pick in the first round of the draft and makes him an all-star center, Jared Allen, right?
He didn't make him an all-star center. That boy worked his tail off for that. Side down, he stopped.
He picked him,
Go ahead.
yeah, I was about to say.
Nah,
And
I'm playing with you.
then this man brings his team to the playoffs, manages to sign Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, DeAndre Jordan, all in like the same day.
You should have just left DeAndre Jordan out of that. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
No, but I'm saying like at the time, DeAndre Jordan was considered to be like the third person in that big three. But yeah. All right, so
nah, he was better off saying KD Kyrie. I'm like, oh, he did something to DeAndre Jordan. I'm like, sheesh.
Oh man, shout out to DeAndre
Hey,
Jordan.
you could have said LaMarcus Aldridge over DeAndre Jordan.
No, I'm giving you a timeline
Could have
order
said
though.
Blake. Could have said Blake.
So he signs those guys, and then we don't have KD for the first year, and then he still manages to get a good core around Kyrie. He manages to bring in some veteran players that groom the young guys for when KD comes back. Brings in guys like Garrett Temple, was a great mentor, locker room presence in that first year. They make the playoffs. They get beat in the bubble, get sent home. Then the next season, he trades for James Harden, and Houston was stubborn with James Harden. Y'all noticed. Houston was stubborn with James Harden.
Thank you. I'll still say thank you for that day though. Best day of my life.
Well, exactly. But you see what I mean? Like, we gave everything for James Harden, and then he manages to sign Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge, manages to sign Jeff Green, who was considered 1 foot out the door, and now he's obviously he brings in Jeff Green. Jeff Green became one of the best bench players in the league, and signed a bigger contract with Denver the next year, right?
Yeah.
But that's why I said that he was the best GM, because, bro, he turned a team that was in the deepest hole out of any sports team, not just basketball, but sports team ever, and then assembled the greatest roster of all time on paper.
Oh, come on.
On paper.
You can't say that.
I mean, we
paper.
know who the best GM is, but
on paper,
yeah, like, that's a fact. But you can say on paper, but if there's no like nothing to back out of that, he did create a good roster on paper. But if it didn't lead to not even a conference finals berth, I don't want to hear none of that. But I have a couple more. It's like 3 more I want to ask you.
half an inch, man.
The next one. All right, one more. No, it's a couple more. Is Kevin Durant still the best player in the league to you, in your opinion?
Wow.
that's my favorite player, and I say no.
To be honest, he had a bad series.
He got put in jail.
Yeah, he did. But honestly, I still think he is. I still think he is, bro. Because
how can you say he's better than Giannis, bro? I just don't understand how you can even process that.
Nah, I can't lie. Nah, that's a good one though. How can you even sit there and say that he's better than Giannis though?
I'm sorry, but last year's victory that Giannis had over KD does not mean much to me, because everybody knows that they got lucky. Milwaukee played dirty that whole series. It's known.
They played dirty or they played physical? Like, it's the playoffs, bro. Come on.
Dirty.
That's the
PJ
thing.
Tucker
That's
was
the
out here
thing.
poking KD in the eyes.
I just think
playoff
it's physical basketball. It's physical basketball.
Holiday and Chris Middleton.
Like, KD wasn't smacking Tatum in the first round. He was
Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton were literally taking players' feet from underneath them, just completely jumping in front while players are taking their jump shots. I forget who it was. I think it was Drew Holiday or Chris Middleton, one of them. Where
Joe Harris was playing terrible too.
Kyrie went up for the mid-range shot, and the Heat came down immediately. Daniel snapped his ankle in half. James Harden playing on one leg.
I wouldn't say that. Okay. You still on that one. Okay,
I'll tell you what. If the season hadn't been pushed back a couple months, like, because you know how it was like the season went all the way into like July. If it would have started back in October like it usually does, and then ended in June, I think we would have won the chip easily, because Harden wouldn't have gotten injured. Yeah,
but you guys still had no defense last season. Like, all right, this is about right now. It's about in the present, and I disagree with that. I think Giannis is the best player in the league. Next one. Last year, we did a top 10 players ranking in the NBA, and you came on this podcast and said Kyrie Irving was the 6th best player in the NBA. Do you still feel like Kyrie Irving is in that conversation?
That was a year ago.
Do you still feel that same way?
Wait, what did he say?
Kyrie Irving's the same player he was last year.
I said last year we did a top 10 players in the league, and I put Kyrie Irving at number 6 because the man averaged 27 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 rebounds off of 50, 40, 90.
That, bro.
Yo,
I
can't
he's
lie,
still the same player he was last
season,
bro.
6? Let me see that shit.
No.
So I'm asking, do you still feel the same way?
At this point right now, no. But
what would you put him? You'd say, do you think he's top 10?
Kyrie?
Nah, I think he's like top 15, man.
He might be top 15 is a struggle for me. Top 20, that's more like
top 20. Yeah, it's like top 20. Top 20.
We got time. Yeah. Can I just list off guys and you tell me if Kyrie's better than that?
All right.
Giannis,
bro.
Jokic, and LeBron, those are like clear. He's definitely not better than those guys.
Mhm.
Kevin
All right,
Durant,
AD,
obviously.
that's
Mhm.
4.
Jason Tatum.
Embiid, Luka,
Embiid, Luka. That's 7, right? He's definitely not better than those guys.
Curry. Curry.
Steph.
Who else?
Yo, guy,
Hold on.
is he better than Devin Booker right now?
No,
Yes.
Nah,
no.
No,
Yes.
no. Like, come on, Taha.
Come
No.
on, bro.
No,
Kyrie
you
Irving
know
is
what?
better than Devin
no.
Booker.
You know what? You know what? I'll take that. Nah,
Kyrie Irving
I
is
don't
better
think
than
so
Devin
either.
Booker, bro.
I
I'm
don't think
sorry.
so either.
Got it.
Is he better than Chris
I think
Paul?
Yes, Chris Paul. Yes.
Chris Paul's the best
At
league in the
what?
league. I can't lie. I'm taking Chris Paul over Kyrie though.
Yeah.
Yo,
I'm
that's
taking
crazy.
Chris Paul.
Why? What has Kyrie done that Chris
I'll
Paul
take
hasn't
Chris
done?
Paul. I'll take
Right
Chris
now.
Paul right now. I'll take Chris Paul right now
Yeah,
over
bro. I
Kyrie
gotta
right
take
now.
Chris Paul on that one,
For
bro. I'm sorry.
sure.
They play
Come on,
two different.
Taha.
They play 2 different roles. Kyrie can
But
Kyrie can
what?
score, but Kyrie can
Bro,
score. Of course, I
Kyrie's
can
not
get a
being the
score.
best. Is being
I can get him.
the 1 to 2 on a number 1 seed in the
But
NBA. Like,
is
hands
he
down,
getting
best
the
team in the
rest of
league.
my team involved? Is he getting the rest of my team involved? That's my thing. Because if he has a bad game, then I'm sure that my team is getting blown out. But if Chris Paul's having a bad game and everything, I know for a fact his assist will lead my team to win.
Keep it a stack,
Yeah,
Taha. What is he
sure.
giving me that BI's not giving me? What is Kyrie doing that Brandon Ingram's not doing? Let's keep it a stack,
Bro.
Taha. What is Kyrie doing that Brandon
Kyrie's
Ingram's not doing?
his IQ on the court is impeccable. He's literally his
No,
field
it's
goal
not.
percentage.
He takes dumb shots all the time.
So then how come he averaged?
He takes.
How come?
But that's
so,
the reason
so
why
how
I
come he
just
got
lost
50,
the
40, 90?
series.
How come he had 50, 40, 90 then?
Okay, listen.
Because he's an
He
elite
takes
scorer,
dumb
Taha. He
shots,
does
but them
not get a
bitches go
championship
in.
ball. That's
But my thing
IQ.
is this. But my thing is
Like,
this.
come
He
on,
averaged.
Taha.
He did average that. But my thing is this. When was the last time that he played over like 82 games? When was the last time bro really played?
He's never played a full season.
This is my question, bro, to really ask you, bro.
Let me check real
Is
quick on
he
that.
is he
Because you
worth
definitely might be right.
is he worth every fucking dollar? Is he worth every dollar, bro? Is he worth the max contract? Would you give him a max contract? Would you give him another max contract though?
I mean, we kind of have to.
Bro, don't get me wrong.
Cause
I'm with Stephen A. Smith, bro. There's no way in the world, bro.
Nah, you have
give
to.
this man Kyrie a max contract, bro. Because think about it like this, bro. When's the last time bro really played over? When was the last time bro played 80 games? Matter of fact, 70 games.
the last time he played 70 games was his last season in Boston.
No.
Yeah.
He's never played that
It
many.
had to be Cleveland.
No. You said when? Hold on, time out. You said when?
Yeah,
The
when
last
was
time-
the last time he played 70 games? 70 games, not even 60, 70 games.
He didn't play
no,
70.
no.
He didn't even
played-
play 70 games in Boston.
Yeah, he played 67 games. In
His last season, playing 70 games was 16, 17.
Last year he made the finals.
Yep.
There's no way I could give this man a max contract.
I'm sorry, but you have to give him a max contract.
I think he's out of max, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
No lie, bro.
I mean, Brooklyn. Of course, Brooklyn is gonna give it to him, but any other team, bro, he's out of max, bro.
Because think about it like this: you have to deal with him on the court and off the court. You have to deal with him not also on the court, but also off the court. Also,
nah. But look at it like this, though. The only problem that he had was the whole vaccine situation, and that's not going to be a problem anymore.
Yeah, that's
but he took a hiatus last season. Mid-season, just stopped playing.
That was last year.
He did, but you have to look at the
injury
circumstances. You have to look at the circumstances.
he's definitely.
He hasn't been injured in a minute, bro.
Because he hasn't played. He hasn't played. That's why he hasn't been injured.
Last time he got
the bubble season, he missed the entire season because of an injury. He played the first 15 games and was out the whole entire year.
Bro, let me ask you though. Tyler, bro, let me ask you. Bro, do you believe his words when he said that?
Yeah, that's correct. He only played 20 games, bro.
Do you believe his words when he said that he wants to run it back, bro? Because, he said 100%. That during Boston.
100%. He did say that
I don't think he wants to leave.
He did say that in
Boston. Yeah, he don't want to leave.
The difference is he said that at the beginning of the season in Boston, right? And he didn't have no ties to Boston. He said he wants to re-sign with Brooklyn after the season, after our season is over, and he also his best friends in Brooklyn. He he can literally stay in his hometown and come to these games to play. Like, it would be stupid of him.
I don't think
he's not going to leave.
Yeah, he's not going to leave. Where else will he go?
Exactly.
Yo, don't get me wrong.
No.
Nah,
Spurs would be the only team I would see him going to just because of the Popovich connection.
Nah,
that's it.
That's the only team I would see him going to.
And it's not even guaranteed that Popovich is coming back next year.
Word.
That too.
Popovich, I don't think he's coming back. I think it's going to be one of his assistant coaches that might be. I thought that Becky Hammond was going to be the one to take over.
One more.
I thought Becky Hammond
went to the WNBA already. She's a coach over there now.
I swear, I thought she was up for next to be the next Spurs coach. I swear.
Me too. I think it's gonna be Timmy D. Honest, I thought she was
he didn't like coaching. He didn't like coaching.
Yeah, he already said he didn't want to do it.
Ty, I got one more question for you though. This is the last one.
Okay.
Do you still think that the Nets won the James Harden trade?
Which one?
The one with Ben Simmons.
The one with
both of them. Both of them, because technically,
both.
They lost that first one for fact.
The Houston one. The Houston one they lost.
Bro, I want to tell you this, bro. As a Rocket fan, bro, right here, bro. I want to say thank you because no lie, bro. I would just want to say is this. Y'all, nobody will never see the same James Harden again.
Hey, y'all see this?
The best version of James Harden, and that's what it is.
What's that? Ben Simmons tells Nets he's ready to play now. You lying? There is no way, bro.
That's a Ballsack Sports.
Wait, who posted that?
The Onion. It's a joke, but still.
It's a joke. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's from Ballsack Sports.
I still think they lost that trade too, bro.
I don't think we lost that trade because
in a way, go ahead, bro. No. One thing I want to say is that to me, in my eyes, that Philly trade, they won that one. Raven won that one because to me, they filled what they needed. Defense. They still got what they wanted in Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is a great defender. Yeah, it sucks that he didn't play, but I'm sure that when next year comes up, it'll be way different. They'll have a better center because Drummond is not the center for them. Not the center whatsoever. Bro was out there tipping the goddamn ball like it was. Bro was tipping the fucking rebounds like bro was playing beach volleyball out there, man. That's not the type of center. That's not the type of center that you need.
So I can't even say if they won or not. We're gonna have to see after this series. Heat and Philly series.
It's too soon to say because. Right now, obviously, that one.
It's easy to say that the Sixers won.
Because at this moment, they won because they're still alive in the playoffs. Like they got swept in the first round. And if they had James Harden in that series, they probably would. First of all, they probably wouldn't be in the play-in if James Harden never got traded. Like, just keep it. If he didn't get traded, they probably wouldn't be in that situation. But it's too early to even say that.
They would never been in that situation.
But schematic-wise, if we were to really break down to all jokes aside about that Brooklyn Nets series. I went into it. I don't want to toot my own horn. I had Celtics in 5. They won in 4. But I don't know. It was just every game was so close. They all could have went either way. From game 1 to game 4. I think game 3 was the one where Boston really controlled most of it. Game 1, they blew a lead late. They could have won that one and came off the game winner. Game 2 was close. Game 4, Jason Tatum fouls out. They could have won that game. But the series was over by then.
Yeah.
But it really just came down to Boston's defense.
I had the Nets winning in 6 but it all rode on Ben Simmons. I had the consensus going into the series was that Ben Simmons was going to come back game 4, right?
I should have bet bread with you on that shit. No cap.
No cap, because I would have taken the bet.
Yo, I was like Robert Williams is gonna come back before Ben Simmons, and he's like, no, Ben Simmons.
First. That's crazy, yo. I said that. I said, yo, it's bad if this man Robert Williams came back before Ben Simmons. I'm like, and bro came back from a knee injury. Came back from a knee injury, and you're telling me, yo, he came back before Ben Simmons. I had the Nets in 7 that series. My brother, he a Celtics fan. He a Celtics fan. He said from the jump, we're sweeping Brooklyn. I'm like, nah, come on, bro. You talking nonsense, bro. I'm like, yo, you talking nonsense. This is the Nets. I'm like, yo, listen, y'all not gonna do KD and Kyrie like how the way that y'all was doing people in the regular season. I'm like, yo, y'all regular season team, man, did that shit fuck my whole head up right there. Because
Mm-hmm.
this is probably the best. That was probably like the best defense that I've seen the whole first round. Like other than the Miami series, because it's like the way how they shut down the star players on the other team and everything and whatnot is just ridiculous. Like straight lockdown. Like this is not no regular defense. Like I thought I was watching 90 basketball defense out there.
Nah, for sure. They definitely locked them down, man. And Steve Nash didn't do them no favors. You see no sets ran, no plays ran to get KD and Kyrie easy shots. Like I was saying, this is why I was saying this all season long. That's why I didn't believe in the Nets from the jump. You're not going to survive and win multiple playoff series making and taking tough shots for 48 minutes. It's just a fact. You're just not going to survive off of that diet. It comes off of ball movement. It comes off of pick and roll. It comes off of you getting to the free throw line. You get into the basket. They're the highest isolation team in the NBA. And when you're playing a defense like Boston that switches the most in the NBA, you have to play straight one-on-one defense. They have the defenders for that. We see Jason Tatum go out there and just straight play some of the best defense I've seen him play in his career. Probably the best defense he's played in his career to this day. And Al Horford was doing his thing.
Man.
Al Horford played great
He made Bruce
in that series. Shout out to Bruce Brown though. He was the best in that series.
Yo, definitely
played
shout
great.
out to Bruce Brown. I hope like yo, listen, my guy needs to get paid or whatever. Hopefully that that like all honesty, Bruce Brown, yo, no lie, he played his fucking heart out. And really sit there and think about it, yo, no lie. Bro was out of rotation literally mid-season. Bro was literally out of the rotation.
That was because of Harden, though.
It made no sense. It made no sense. He's literally like he's probably their best defender on the roster. Like he would keep you in stack.
Great rebounder.
When he was
great
on the court,
rebounder too.
When he was on the court with James Harden, though, y'all didn't see it, bro. He was not playing very good. But it was because of Harden. Harden wasn't setting him up to be in the right spots on the court. Like it was just they just did not get along well. Yeah. But I think that they're gonna re-sign him. Blake Griffin's gone. Marcus Aldridge is gone.
Yo, don't get me wrong, but I felt like y'all should have played Blake definitely way more in the series, though.
But they played too many guards. Yo, this is why. Like it just didn't make no. Do you see lineups?
Patty Mills shouldn't have played.
5 with Patty Mills, Dragic, Bruce Brown, and Kyrie on the court. Like that's 4 guys under 6'5".
And then you had KD playing the 5, and then they had Horford out there playing. And Horford, they had
what I tell you,
they had
what
all these players and everything.
Dragic wasn't gonna be no help.
Nah, Dragic actually was help.
I thought he played well, but he was just they were playing him at like power forward. Like when you have when Goran Dragic is guarding Jason Tatum, like bro, that's a problem. Like that's a problem.
I remember when I first started playing 2K when I was like 10 years old. I used to play Russell Westbrook at the center. I feel like Steve Nash is at that point right now. Like it's like he don't know how to play basketball.
Options though. I think mistake that they made. Bro, who else were they gonna play?
They should have played Blake Griffin at the center.
Blake Griffin should have played more.
Blake Griffin would have played the 5, and he was getting. He would have got.
LA didn't even get no playing time out there either. I felt like
he
would have definitely
contributed.
He was hustling, bro.
But he would have got Blake Griffin. Like I'll give him his credit. I think he became a decent defender when he got to Brooklyn. Like he was getting a lot of charges. He wasn't playing bad, but like he really had no options. That's why I said it from the jump. They fucked up letting James Johnson go. He would have been closing games out for them. Like he would have been on that court.
Johnson, I can't lie, man. Listen, that would have definitely helped out big time right there.
He don't even play.
He would have played 5 for them. Keep it
who else were they gonna get rid of though?
Hold on, y'all.
You would have if Blake Griffin and Aldridge aren't gonna play, you drop one of them. Like let's keep it a buck. One of them had to go if that's the case. Like
I can't lie,
or you drop Day'Ron Sharpe and then you just leave it like that.
Nah, they definitely did. It's crazy. Y'all did drop him. Yo, no lie. He was in the G League for like the rest of the season and shit. Y'all could have got a Carson. Yo, y'all could have got a David Duke. Yo, no, man. Listen, yo.
Nah,
Y'all
David
could have
Duke, all right.
got.
But they
Y'all
could have
could
dropped
have.
one of them and then kept him around. Like
Y'all could
for
have sent him.
example,
Yeah,
right
y'all could have
now,
sent him to the.
Marcus Garrett was on the Heat roster. They signed him, right? He got injured. They dropped him to pick up somebody else, but he's in the practice gyms with the team right now. He's not even on the roster. Like they're obviously going to keep him around the team so they could bring him back next year. But for the playoff run, he wasn't going to contribute. He wasn't going to play. So that's when they converted Caleb Martin's contract, and he's getting playoff minutes. You drop either Day'Ron Sharp or David Duke, whoever you want to drop. You keep them around the team, keep them in your system, just so you can at least have them around for next
Yeah, I
season.
was about to
You
say
keep
make
James
that joint.
Johnson,
Yeah,
and
we
you
don't say make
convert
that contract
Kessler
into
Edwards'
like a
contract.
Yep.
two-way. The two-way.
Exactly.
Facts. Made that two-way type joint. Boys, y'all made him like. Y'all could have definitely made him into a two-way because Day'Ron Sharp and everything. I think he was definitely a two-way. He was definitely a two-way player because he was in the G League
Yeah, I liked
and
him too.
everything
He had
and
a good
whatnot.
season. For a
Yo,
rookie, he had a good season.
y'all could have definitely could have used him too.
Yeah,
Listen,
like
bro. Enough about
Edwards and
Brooklyn.
Johnson could have
I'm
played
tired.
together.
I'm tired of talking about these bums. I think until something like big happens, unless they fire Steve Nash or something, like there's no need to talk about them.
They ain't
Do
finna
they
fire.
have their first round pick?
But don't get
Before
me
we go, do
wrong
they have
though.
it?
That's a
The
TJ.
Rockies do, don't
Is
they?
the Brooklyn first round pick a pick swap or unprotected to y'all?
Nah, it's unprotected. That's pretty much ours. Y'all pick became the
Yeah.
17th pick for us. Man.
Houston got our pick this year.
Yeah,
So-
Yeah,
right
and the
now,
17th pick
so
is solid.
it's solid. It's solid because this draft class is definitely it's solid. I feel like the top 20 is all solid players
Yo,
right
I
there.
said the same thing. I would
Don't
say
get me
I
wrong.
might.
I feel like the player that has Joki's kind of name is probably the low key sleeper in this draft.
Oh, Jovic.
Yeah, he's the low key. He's the low key. Might be the low key still of the draft.
Yeah, I'm heavy into the draft. I evaluate mad different prospects already. I think this draft is going to be really good. Like going into the second round, I think it's deep.
I feel
So
like
I want to
okay,
have
the
you back
second
on
round
for the
too.
draft too, because you're the only Rockets fan I've ever met in my life.
I
We
feel,
gotta
I,
have you back on for the draft.
no, but this year we have the choice on if we want Philly's pick or not. So a part of the Harden trade, the Ben Simmons trade, the pick that Philly gave us, we have a choice on whether or not we want their pick this year or we want their pick next year.
Or if it converts,
I feel like y'all should try to get the pick for this year because I'm thinking about it like this. Now, one thing about it is one player that I might think about that might get slept on in the draft. Yo, Jayden Hardy. He was literally, I think, the number 2 player in high school, and then he went to the G League and joined. People may sleep on him, but yo, if he would have went to college, he would have been a top 10 pick.
Mm-hmm.
But just because he's
I
in the
think he
G
should
League,
still at least go top 20.
if he don't get picked top 20, listen, that's a steal right there. Listen, anybody in
For
the
a
top
fact.
20s should definitely go for it.
Yeah, this draft is going to be good. It's a lot of big men in this one, but yeah, we got to take the
yeah.
draft talk for once the playoffs are done, though, because we got a lot of stuff we're gonna go. We're definitely gonna have you back on for that one. But let's get to the Bucks and the Bulls series because I want to get some predictions.
So hold on, I gotta say something on that. The beginning of the season, I remember talking in the group. Nobody wanted to listen to me. I said the Bulls will all talk. Granted, I understand injuries happen. I was two spots off. I said they would be a play. I was one spot off. I said they would be a play-in team. They're not ready yet. They're
You
not.
know why they wasn't ready? Because really sit there and think about it like this. All right, the Bulls, right? All right, listen, you got a inconsistent playoff performer in DeRozan. Zach LaVine never got into the playoffs. No Lonzo, right? All right. You have Alex Caruso that played actually great defensively. Boost had okay games, whatever. Kobe White definitely needs the boot. He needs to be out of there.
Yeah, he's good on
Yo,
everything.
I thought that he was the point guard for them. I thought that he was literally the point guard for them. No, it's so bad when their rookie Ayoy is literally better than him. What they need to do is, I would think about trading Kobe White for actually more, try to get him off for a drop pick, maybe most. Because I don't think that you're really gonna get maybe a player in return, maybe a okay player that's in his type of level but I just like the Bulls had no chance. I'm surprised that they even got okay. I'm surprised that they even got off with a win.
Yeah, they were competitive for the first 2 games. The next 3 were just all blowouts. And they should have won the first game. Like, we're keeping it a buck. The shot selection down the stretch, that was just terrible by Chicago. That's been my biggest problem with them all season long. One, their defense is horrendous. Like, they started off the season, everybody wants to talk about they were top 10 for the first month of the season. But after that, it's like they were just like King Ka, just going all the way down. Like, they started off high, went all the way straight down to the bottom. When your 2 best defenders are your starting point guard and your backup point guard, that's a problem. And we've seen it in the playoffs. Who's a bigger problem was Patrick Williams, a great defender, but teams don't respect his jump shot. Like, they were not guarding him on that side of the ball. The Bucks were literally using Giannis as a help defender and having him just help off of Patrick Williams the entire game, and they just fucks up the spacing. And Vucevic, you're not gonna win multiple playoff series if Vucevic is your starting center. Like, that's just the problem. But Taha, I want to ask you this:
What's up, bro?
if you're the Lakers, would you mind trading for Vucevic, a Russell Westbrook Vucevic swap? But the Lakers got to throw in a first-round pick.
Do they even have that?
Yeah, they have their first-round pick. They didn't want to trade the first-rounder in any Westbrook deal, but I think they said like it depends on the player. But I wouldn't.
They have their 2027 first round pick.
Yeah,
It's because
that's valuable.
Wait, what was it again?
It is valuable.
2027.
The 2027 first round pick. It is valuable because
you said trade for who?
No, he said
Westbrook.
The 2027 pick is valuable
From the Lakers for sure. You see where they're at right now. LeBron's gonna be out the league in 2027. AD might be in a retirement home by 2027.
Yo, how I feel about this, what they need to do is think about trading AD because AD has a lot of value right now. To me, I just think that, listen, that whole AD thing, okay, it kind of worked out first. Yeah, you wanted a championship. Listen, it's a failure now. Listen,
quit while you're ahead.
Try Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well try. You might as well try to see if you can try to get DeRozan. Maybe.
No.
Think about it.
It's not
trade
happening.
him up. Swap.
Swap who?
Well, yeah.
AD for Vooch?
And a
Vooch
pick or
and Kobe
something.
White for Anthony Davis.
Or
they don't have no picks though. They traded all their picks for Lonzo and for Vucevic.
Oh yeah,
which is just it didn't make no sense to me. I don't know. I don't like the way that roster is constructed.
The Bulls, I know the Bulls, they have a pick this year. The Bulls have a pick this year.
They forfeited
16.
it.
They don't have the 16th
second round pick.
They forfeited for because of tampering.
Oh yeah,
it's the second round pick.
Who has that pick
forfeited?
now?
Nobody. The league took it away. So it's the second round. Their second round pick got forfeited. Their pick and the Heat's pick got taken out because of tampering.
So where does that pick go now?
There's just no pick there. There's gonna be 58 picks in this draft.
Are you serious?
I think that's how it goes. I think it should go to whoever.
That's not fair to the player.
Exactly. I think it should go to either the worst team in the league or whoever wins the championship. That's how I think it should go. Give it to either the worst team or the best team. Like, somebody's got to get. Why are you going to take away opportunity for the players? Like
from the players, yeah, because the players didn't really do nothing.
Yeah. But
yeah,
there's not much. I don't know what's the next move for them? Like, what do you think they should do moving forward? Chicago.
Chicago? I think
Yeah.
I think next season just try running it back because this season they dealt with a lot of injuries. See how
Yeah.
this team on full health plays.
But are they,
Then
in your
evaluate.
opinion, do they win a playoff series with this roster?
At full
They
health, I
could.
think they do.
They could.
I don't think they can. I don't think they can.
At full
But
health, I think
but
they win at
Honestly,
least one.
but it depends who they play, honestly. So
see,
Yeah.
if it has to be a perfect scenario, that's the problem. That's the
so
problem.
I mean, but you never know. That's what I'm saying. Injuries can happen to other teams. They can get put on a higher
For a
seed and
fact.
play a lower seed. You see what I'm saying?
You
Like
don't
I
even
think
want
That's a
to.
Chicago
fact.
at full health has potential to be like their ceiling at full health is a
Oh,
3 seed.
he
Yeah,
wants to
no,
be
no.
up.
A
They're selling.
three.
I see them second round exit.
Yeah.
It's
But a
just
3
not,
seed
For
though, a 3 seed,
huh?
second round
yeah,
exit. But
but seed. Who gives a fuck about seeding? Keep it a stack. I'm talking about. We talking about playoff basketball. Can they win multiple playoff rounds with that roster? If Vucevic is your starting center, and then you have Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan who fall asleep off the ball every time somebody gets a little bit of movement, like, come on, they're not winning no games with that. Like,
Yeah,
you see how bad their defense got when they lost Lonzo Ball? Lonzo Ball is a great
man.
defender, but he's not Rudy Gobert. Like, he's not one of these guys that's gonna carry a defense.
mhm.
Like, come on, it's not gonna happen. But major shout outs to Alex Caruso. I thought that he might not their most talented, not their best player, but he was the most impactful player for them in that playoff series.
He was
Well,
Pat Bev.
he had Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday in jail whenever he was guarding them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He
Definitely did. He
he
definitely did though.
he put the clamps down. I fuck with Caruso. He's a playoff player. I want to see him. He needs to be on the playoffs every single season. I don't want to see him on no rebuilding squads for a fact.
For sure,
Exactly.
yeah.
He need, yeah.
And
But yeah, there's
Right.
what happened?
And shout out to them white boys from Milwaukee. Pat Connaughton and Grayson Allen, they balled out in that series too. Chris Middleton went down, and they turned into some shooters. Well, they've been shooters, but they turned into some shooters for real.
They gonna
went
have to
off.
step it up another notch this next series too.
And I don't trust them to do that. I don't trust them to do that. I'm not gonna lie to you. That next series, I don't know.
Hey, I ain't even
But
gonna
they
lie.
are gonna.
Something in my head said this man Grayson Allen gonna do a dirty play next series. I swear he is. Bro,
Yo,
because it never
but
failed.
if we're gonna look forward a little bit into that series, I think they got a chance just because when you're playing against the Bucks, the amount of attention Giannis drives, and with Giannis the attention he attracts, you're gonna get open threes no matter what.
Yeah.
And his playmaking has taken a step every single season since he got into the NBA. He makes some crazy passes now, like Chris Paul, like guys who are not even next to him on the other side of the court, one-handed across from corner to corner. Like he makes some nuts passes, and guys like Grayson Allen and Connaughton are just gonna have to make their shots. They got to shoot at least 38 to low 40s in that series for them to really make it like tough. I honestly have them beating the Celtics. I'm just gonna come out and say it now. I got
Oh
Bucks.
yeah.
I got Bucks in 6. I got Bucks
No,
in 6. I think there's a difference
either
between the
team
Nets
in
defense and the
7.
Bucks defense.
Oh, you think it's going
You
to
think
seven?
it's going 7?
Yeah, I got either team at 7. I got
Yeah,
either
that's what I
team
was
at
gonna
7.
put.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
also say Bucks in 6.
I got Bucks in
How
6. I
much
think there's a difference.
As much as I
Go
want to
ahead.
say Bucks and 6, yo, there's no Middleton. There's no Chris Middleton in
Oh,
this
Bro,
series.
right.
there could be no Middleton, but listen, as long as you got number 34 on your team, you have a huge chance. A huge chance. It don't matter what it is.
True. But think about it like this. Yo, listen, as long as you got Giannis from scoring, right? Think about it like this. He would have to play all 48 minutes to pretty much to maintain, to make sure that the Bucks win. Cause
Bro.
if Drew Holiday is not literally playing his heart out every game scoring wise, Boston might actually beat them in 6. If we being honest, that's the only way that I think that this series is going like 7 games. Drew Holiday has to be the key fucking factor with no Middleton out there.
Facts. That's true. I also look at it like you can see the same way for the other squad. Like last round, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown were just they were like getting guarded by Goran Dragic, by Kyrie Irving, by Seth Curry, by Patty Mills. These are 6'2", 6'3" point guards that could barely guard their own position. Now it's Wesley Matthews, Drew Holiday, Giannis, with Brook Lopez protecting the 10. Like this is a completely different defense that they're going up against. And I don't trust Boston's offense.
True,
Like I'm just gonna keep it a
true.
stack. I don't think they have enough shooters to really
Like,
to just just blow out another team like that. Especially a team like
don't get me
Milwaukee.
don't get me wrong, but then you have to think about like this. All right, right? Yo, they have a lot of defenders, but then you have to think about like this. All right, now Brooklyn only got to see Robert Williams only one game out of it. 1-2 games maybe most. Now Milwaukee has to see all all their key players and their key defenders also too. You can't
That's a
like
fact.
Jaylen Brown is not no terrible defender. Jaylen Brown is a great defender. Tatum has pretty much improved his defense great this year. Marcus Smart, you already know, man. To me, Robert Williams is to. They say Marcus Smart is the best defender on the team, but to me, Robert Williams is definitely the best defender on that team.
Thank you.
He's the best
I've been
defender.
saying
He's the
this.
best defender on the
I've been
team.
saying this all season. Facts.
Like,
I was told Taha that last week. When we were recording and Marcus Smart came out of one decoy, I'm like, it just makes no sense. He's not the best defender on his team, and he won defensive player of the year.
He's not the best defender on his team. And we being honest, like Robert Williams, he can guard 1 through 5 too. He can guard 1 through 5 too. But yo, when we being honest, Robert Williams, that man definitely pushed down players offensive efficiency way down. Way down.
Fact.
Way
No,
down, if
that's
we being honest. Great defender, great shot blocker. He's okay rebounder and everything and whatnot. Low key, he's a low key good passer too. Like,
Very low key. His passing is crazy. Him and Bam are so similar. Like they're the same build when it comes. They're lob threats who could play make out the post, could switch 1 through 5. I just think Bam's a slightly better rebounder than Robert Williams is, but they're just so similar in terms of value. Like they're bringing you the same thing on the court.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. I feel like you couldn't go either wrong with them two centers right there. Like it don't even matter undersized
That's
or
the
not.
future of the position.
It don't even matter if they're undersized. Yo, listen, when it comes to defense, bro, they'll still give you your fucking heart out. It don't even matter.
Exactly. Yeah, and Robert Williams is like the guy that you would want to guard Giannis too, if we're keeping it a book. Like he's like the mold.
Like I said, for defensive scheme wise, what Boston would have to do, the only way that I think that they can I won't say that you're gonna stop Giannis, but I'll say you slow him down. The best way to do it is you have Marcus Smart guard him on top of the key, and when Giannis decides to go paint, you have Robert Williams and Al Horford right there.
So you have them as the help defenders. I get that.
I have those two as the brick wall. Yo, pretty much. And Robert Williams to me is the definitely perfect player for the perfect player. Al Horford has the body for it, yo, but Robert Williams is definitely the defender for it. Because off the dribble, I feel like off the dribble, you can. Like, Robert Williams, I feel like, you'll kind of have, like, Giannis will score, but I feel like if you have Marcus Smart up there guarding him on top of the key and everything and whatnot, Giannis would have to think about passing the ball.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you see Tatum get in that position a lot too. If I'm Boston, my game plan is offensively, I'm trying to get Giannis in foul trouble. That's my whole thing. Like I'm throwing him in as many pick and rolls as I can. He's a great defender, but he is foul prone. He gets a lot of fouls occasionally, a lot of offensive fouls too. So if his fouls rack up, they have no chance of winning that series. But I'm trusting both. I'm trusting Milwaukee. I'm trusting the best player in the NBA in this one. I think that they're gonna be able to pull out this series.
To me, I think, don't get me wrong, but I feel like this right here, this is Giannis' test right here to pretty much to show if he's the best player in the world right now.
Yeah, because they're basically going up against.
Show that last year.
Nah, but the series is kind of like they're going up
This
against
year,
Milwaukee.
yeah, like yo, listen, this right here is probably the conversation right here. Listen, this right here might probably prove if Jason Tatum is definitely top 5 player this year. Not top 5 player this year, but I'll say top 5 in the NBA. This is his test right here. This is his test right here.
That's,
100%.
I feel like people were taking that so out of proportion.
You just went against KD. You just went against KD and everything. Now you're going against Giannis next round. Listen, this is your chance to pretty much just tell the world, listen, I'm a top 5 player in the league. This is your chance.
Yeah. I'm not. I think that people were taking it all out of proportion. I've seen people saying Tatum is better than Kevin Durant. Like, I feel like that's just off of 4 games, he's better than Kevin Durant. Like, that just doesn't make no sense to me. I don't know.
Yeah, recency bias is a crazy drug, bro.
Did you see how they were talking about Jordan Poole? It was an NBA player. I don't know who it was. I forgot who said it. They said Jordan Poole is a top 15 player in the NBA.
Nick Wright?
I'm like,
probably
was Nick Wright? Was it Nick Wright?
No, it was an NBA player. It was an NBA player.
No.
It had to be somebody from Golden State.
No, it wasn't either. I think they retired. Who was it? I gotta find.
Was it T-Mac?
But they did. It might have been T-Mac. It might have been Tracy McGrady. They said Jordan Poole and Tyrese Maxey are 2 top 15 players in NBA. I was like, no way, bro.
Crazy. That's
we see 2 to 3 playoff games. Like
that's
Jordan Poole
going up
against Denver is now he's a top 50. They said, I seen something else. They said, I've never seen a guy go from the G League to an All NBA player. I'm like, that's not even him. An All NBA player. Siakam. Nah, I didn't even think about that. He really did go from G League to All NBA in the matter of what, a season or 2?
Yeah, like 2 years.
Like 2 years.
Yeah, he was like a top 5 MVP candidate the year that Kawhi left. The first year Kawhi was gone.
The bubble year.
He's putting up numbers. Can't remember. Yeah, son. You all heard that.
Pascal had a hell of a season this year. He's gonna make it this year too, All NBA.
You think so?
Yeah, for a fact. Even though I would honestly say he's the reason why they lost this Philly series. If we're moving on to that one, him and Van Vliet.
Yeah, that's the last
didn't
series
show
that we
up.
have to cover.
Him and Van Vliet just did not show up.
Okay. So it's only a matter of time before Doc Rivers shows his true colors. I'm telling you, man. It's coming out. It's coming, and I can't wait to see it.
Yo, I can't lie, but Doc Rivers, he's getting fired.
He's this close.
He's literally like right there. He's literally right there from being fired. Like, I can tell, this is his year. This is his year. He's gonna get fired. And to be honest, the Phillies coach is gonna be Mike D'Antoni next season.
And I'm telling you,
I see a lot of people saying that.
Miami is about to be the reason he gets fired.
That wouldn't be the first time Spo gets a coach fired. If we keep it in a buck, that wouldn't be the first time. Nick McMillan got fired a day after they lost to the Heat in the playoffs. He also Budenholzer was so close to getting fired.
Yeah, Budenholzer was so close. Yeah, he was on the hot seat.
God,
I know. He got Frank Vogel.
That man was in the fucking
from Indiana.
hot seat.
Yeah,
he got Frank Vogel bounced from Indiana. It wouldn't be the first time. And Spo he's the best, in my opinion, best coach in the NBA right now. Doc Rivers isn't even top 10, and we're gonna see he's gonna put on a masterclass.
He got
right now.
Bro, could I ask you this? Yo, I need to ask this. Yo, is Nick Nurse a top 5 coach?
Yeah,
he did. What'd you say?
Yeah, what'd you say, CJ?
Is Nick Nurse a top 5 head coach?
Hands down, I think he's a top 5 coach in the NBA. We were talking about development, and you're talking about in-game adjustments. Like, his back was against the wall against Philly, and he brought them. At least they took out 2 games. Like, Van Vliet didn't play. I thought he was their best player this season. Or like So him and Siakam were like first half was VanVleet, second half was Siakam. Siakam didn't have a great series. He was up and down.
Yo,
Scotty Barnes got injured in game one.
Yeah.
Like Derrick Trent Jr. was a shell of himself until the last two games.
I knew I was
Like-
not bugging when I said that joint. I was like, yo, Nick, I was having a conversation with my bro. I'm like, yo, Nick Nurse is a top 5 head coach. People may not believe it or not or whatever. I said, yo, Nick Nurse is definitely a top 5 head coach. Like,
I would honestly have him like 3 or 4. Like I think it's Spo, I think it's Ty Lue, and I think he's in the conversation with him and Monty Williams. They're
yo,
right
Ty
there
Lue
neck and neck
definitely,
for
yo,
me.
Ty Lue definitely has to be in conversation for it because it's like, yo, like people may forget, like, but to me, like. He held down this Clipper team like this season, like he held it down pretty much good. They was in the play-in and everything. They had Paul George for some games or whatever, but they actually did a pretty good job. Like Ty Lue and everything and whatnot. Like I feel like as it is like top 5 head coach and everything and whatnot. Like I feel like he's probably the most underrated coach in the league right now.
You do think so? I think he gets his respect. I think we're talking about underrated. I think it's the coach from Memphis, Taylor Jenkins.
Yo,
I think the adjustments he's made across
I
this
said he was
series
top
too.
5 coach. I said he was top 5 coach this year. Like this
He should
year.
win at least first or second. He's already top 3, but he has a chance of winning coach of the year in my opinion. I thought he did. I thought he had a better season than Monty Williams when it comes to being a head coach. With the amount of games that John Morant missed and like the way that they play without him, even though they weren't even expected to be this good.
Thank you.
Well, Chris Paul also missed a lot of time.
They did. Him and thing that, but also they were like, it's also about expectations too. If you're talking about coach of the year, coming into the season, everybody had Phoenix as the 1 or 2 seed coming into the season.
Yeah,
like that was a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people, I had Memphis 3rd. I think Todd, you had him in the play-in, right, or like a 6 seed?
But yeah, I had him 6.
I said they was gonna be the second best team in the West. That's remember. Oh my!
I like their roster coming into the season. I thought that they were just like they have so much depth, and they're probably one of the best drafting teams in NBA. Like they do not miss. Like you look back at like the last 5 or 6 years, they have not missed in the draft once.
Yeah,
like Desmond Bain is a killer.
Like, yeah, no. Come on, Memphis, yeah. Yo,
Sal, what's your
wise,
expectations though for that series?
For
Philly, Miami.
Oh yeah, we talked about that towards the beginning. I think James Harden. It depends on James Harden, and I think the X factor is Miami's bench. And I said Miami got it in 6.
I'll say
I think their benches are clear
because Embiid he gonna be fighting for his life with that one arm.
I said like there's 2 key factors on both teams. Like the key factor on Philly is gonna be Maxey. It's gonna be Maxey for sure, but definitely like to me like the key factor on Miami.
The key factor for Miami is health. That's it.
Yo, nah, it definitely is health. It's health. Like I always said it. Like yo, listen, throughout the whole like the beginning of the season, I said, yo, Miami all depends on health. Like how far they go. It all depends on the health.
Nah, that's facts.
Yo, no lie.
I think it's also
I
the
feel
bench.
like they ain't got no problems. I feel like they ain't got no problems. I feel like their bench is always going to. Their bench is going to perform. Whatever. I feel like Kyle Lowry. I feel like bro's going to start stepping up way more. Like I feel like he's going to start taking more shots more. Maybe start averaging more. Jimmy Butler, he going to still continue how the way he played. He's still going to play. Shoes still going to play how
he's
the way
played good against Philly since he's left.
Bam's gonna play his fucking heart out. We all know this.
Bam got to step up a little bit more though, in my eyes.
But the thing is this, the main reason why you probably saying that is because, but I mean, really think about it. Y'all was really killing them. Bam didn't really have to do as much. Bro was going against Clint. Now he has to go against Embiid. Now this is where all his energy got to go to, because this is not no lob and threat type of center, bro. No, this is arguably 1A, 1B best center in the league right here. Like
For a
that's
fact.
that's the
And I
thing.
think you
Like
gotta, yeah.
no lie, Bam's best thing to do is like avoid foul trouble, avoid foul trouble. If it comes to that and everything and whatnot, y'all have that rookie big man, and he's not bad. He's not bad
Nah, he's
either.
not touching this series. He is not touching this
Yeah,
series.
your
Hell
seven is
no.
not touching it.
Yo,
They
Hell
I
they
no.
wish
they
that
gonna
he
give
could
they
have.
gonna
I
give
wish he
Devin
could
they
have.
gonna give Devin more time to
PJ Tucker is gonna see more minutes at center than Yurtseven is gonna be in this series.
Like,
yeah.
don't get me
For a
wrong. I feel
fact.
like PJ Tucker, if it comes to a defensive situation, everything and whatnot, like, if it comes to double teaming, God, and Embiid struggles when it comes to
The only
passing out the double team. So think about it like this: if you put Bam and PJ Tucker right there trying to trap him, bro, that's a steal every time. Still, like maybe like I'll say like 75 out of 100. That's a steal. It's a steal or deflections or turnover or a bad situation where the shot clock is about to end.
Yeah,
So
I'm not worried. Like honestly, like when it
it's
comes to Philly, like you're gonna see a lot of. I think you're gonna see a lot of PJ Tucker guarding James Harden, and they're just gonna
oh yeah,
switch it.
100%.
That's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
they're gonna
it's
cancel
gonna
out the James Harden and B pick and roll. I think
it's
we've
gonna
seen it.
be
I've seen it. They started off with the Utah game. I've seen they did it with. They had PJ start off guarding Donovan Mitchell, Bam on Gobert. They switched that, and then Bam switches on to Donovan Mitchell, and that cancels out your number one option on the
yeah.
court, your
that's
best
one.
perimeter player.
This was gonna be
Hands
crazy. It's
down.
gonna be crazy. To me, it's gonna be a lot of switches on James Harden. We gonna see Jimmy on. We gonna see Jimmy on him. We gonna see Bam on him. We gonna see PJ on him. We gonna see Kyle Lowry on him. We gonna see Deep on him. Yo, it don't even matter. Like listen. But what one thing about it is they're gonna try to do the switch with the worst defender on the court, and there's not gonna be a worst defender on the court unless Tyler Hero or Duncan Robinson's out there. But other than that, you will see straight defense, and that's his problem. Thank God I don't have to defend James Harden no more because listen, man, it's been bad. All right, it's been bad the past few years. All right, 2018 was like literally my best run with him. That was it.
Yeah,
That shit
I'm
hurt.
excited to see how they come out and play this series. I do think that it's gonna be a big series for Lowry and for Hero because of how deep of a drop that Embiid plays in this series. So I'm not expecting Bam to he's not out there he's not gonna ISO Joel Embiid. Last series, I didn't I was expecting him to do better, but like if you really look at it, him, Jimmy, and Kyle Lowry they have the same mindset. They're not going to be aggressive unless they have to be aggressive. Jimmy had to be because he had the mismatch every single time. Nobody on the Hawks could guard him. And I think it's going to see the same thing. They're going to nonstop pick and roll with Kyle Lowry and with Tyler. A lot of dribble handoffs, and they're going to get wide open threes. They just have
And
to hit
don't
them.
like my thing is this. Like, don't get me wrong. I won't say that Philly don't have bad defenders, but no lie, they have Thibault, and that's who I'm
They
probably
don't
thinking
have
that's
enough
gonna
good
be guarding.
defenders.
And I think that's probably the player that's gonna be guarding Jimmy. Like, but the key
He's too
factor
small to
for
guard Jimmy, I think.
yeah, the key factor for Philly. Don't get me wrong. People may say Danny Green or whatever trade joint, but I'm saying Tobias. Tobias, straight up. Listen, the key factor for Philly, it has to be Tobias. Has to be Tobias and Maxey. But Tobias has to
That's not a
be the
bad
player
take.
to show up.
It's
Tobias has
not.
to
Yeah,
be
I
Yeah,
think
that's
that
gonna
has to be the one
yeah,
to
that's
show
gonna
up.
be you in a couple months.
it is for like 2 months. But no, I think in this series, like matchup wise, like I'm expecting to see a lot of, like I said, PJ guarding James Harden majority of the time. Obviously, Bam is going to be. It's either going to be Bam guarding Joel or PJ guarding Joel, and I'm expecting Jimmy Butler to be the man guarding
Tobias
Tyrese
and
Maxey in that starting lineup. No, I actually think it's going to be him guarding Maxey. I think they're going to throw Kyle Lowry on Tobias Harris. We've seen them do it with John Collins when it's if it's not a post up four, which Tobias is not. If he's a face up four, Kyle Lowry he's not going to be able
yeah.
to just bully him and push him through. Kyle Lowry's too
Oh
stiff of
nah,
a
man.
defender.
Yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
think that you're going to see that matchup a lot. And then on the other side of the ball, I think you're going to see Jimmy really try to pick on Tyrese Maxey defensively because he's the one spot on there. that he could really go at. He's got the mismatch. He's gonna be able to put him in the post. He's gonna be able to hit his mid range over him. He's too short. I've been saying it all year long. I really like the matchup for Miami against Philly. Like I just
Oh
don't
yeah, and
see many bright spots for them in this series.
it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be the bad when it comes to when they bring out the bench players and everything and whatnot. Yo,
Yeah.
Philly ain't really that good. They got Niang. Like if they do start Danny Green or if they do or don't Danny Green's on there, then they have Reed on there. Reed, he's kind of Listen, I'm not saying he's bad, but one thing about him is that I've seen that he won MVP in the G League. He won MVP in the G League. He's not. I won't say that he's a bad player, but like if he's in a pick and roll situation, I know he'll finish or whatever. But he's not a bad. I won't say that Reed is not a bad player, but when it comes to Miami and everything and whatnot, I feel like Miami benches and everything is going to outdo them every game. Every game.
Yeah, the minutes that they've had with one of Harden, like only one of the big two on the court, has been really suspect. Like all their minutes without Embiid have been bad. Like all of them. So they have to attack when both of them are off the court. But final prediction though,
Miami in 6.
Heat in 5. Heat in 5.
It might go
keeping
5.
the trend going. The trend going. It's always been Heat in 5.
I gotta go. I ain't gonna lie, man. I got
What?
My boy bringing out the broom.
This one might actually be a sweep.
Yeah.
I
think this
one's
one's a
game
sweep
where they shoot.
You
They're
think this
gonna
one's a
shoot the lights
sweep?
out at least one game.
Yeah, they gonna come with it, and it might be that first game.
They're gonna win one in Philly. They might win one in Philly. I think they're gonna win one in Philly, but I think y'all gonna take y'all home games. Y'all gonna take y'all home games though. You're gonna take y'all home games. The first 2 games y'all gonna take y'all home, and then y'all gonna still win. Y'all gonna still win on the road, but they're gonna win at home. But then to me, they're gonna take one. They're probably gonna take maybe I think game 5. They're gonna take game 5 on the road if they're on the road. They're gonna take one in Miami, but then
you
y'all
got
gonna end it in Philly. Y'all gonna end it in Philly. Y'all gonna end it, that shit in Philly.
So he got 6. What you got, Tyler?
I'm giving them 2 games. I'm saying Heat in 6.
Okay.
That's all the series though, right?
Yeah.
We don't even have the Wolves.
Basically we just got the prediction for that one. We might as well just go ahead and start with the other ones.
We did all of them. We did Heat in.
Oh yeah, we
all
did do
had
that. Yeah.
Heat in 6.
Did we?
We did Bucks Celtics. We did.
Okay, yeah.
So
we didn't do the West.
Suns Mavericks. We didn't say that series yet.
We didn't do Suns Mavericks yet. That's the last one.
And then the other one, we'll save that for a different episode because we don't have that series.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But Suns Mavericks. If I'm throwing out an X factor, immediately I'm going Mikal Bridges.
I'm giving him 1 game.
You giving the Mavericks 1 game?
Mm-hmm.
How about this? I'm giving the Mavericks 4 games. I got the Mavericks winning this series.
Stop.
I've been high on the Mavericks all season long. I got the Mavs in 6. Straight like that.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yeah, with Luka, it's kind of hard, man. I got the Mavs in 7.
Luka's the best player in that series.
I got the Mavs in 7.
Nobody on that team could guard him, and I just think that they just have enough defense. Dorian Finney-Smith as an all-world defender right there, and they just have the guards to go at him. Brunson, Bullock is a shooter out there. Kleber's a shooter. They're gonna be spacing the court out. They're gonna make an Aiden garden space. They're gonna leave Jay Crowder wide open. They're not gonna defend him on that side of the court.
I got Mavs in 7, man. I ain't gonna lie, Mavs in 7.
Don't get me wrong. All right, listen. Don't get me wrong. All right, this series right here, I still got. I got the Suns. I got the Suns ending it in 6 because you know why? The key factor of this series is going to be DeAndre Ayton. Yo, listen, bro. Listen, bro. I'm not saying you're saying that Powell's trash, but yo, listen. The way how Ayton was playing this first round, Bro, if he continues to dominate how the way he played in that first round, yo, listen, it's going 6 games. It's going 6 games. Yo,
Okay.
forget and plus, yo, don't get me wrong, Devin Booker, yo, once bro gets officially 100% like ready, healthy and everything and whatnot, I don't think they have anyone that's really going to guard Book. They don't have
Dorian
Dinwiddie.
Finney-Smith is going to put up a fight.
Yeah,
You see what he just did to
gonna,
Donovan Mitchell last series.
Yeah, he's gonna put up a fight. But yo, this is Devin Booker we talking about. This is not Donovan Mitchell. We talking about Devin Booker, man. We talking to me, like defensively wise, what they would have to do is they gotta stop the Luka whoever pick and roll. They gotta stop the Luka whoever the pick and roll he's doing it with. Whatever. Brunson, I feel Brunson's still gonna continue to eat because bro, you muscular as hell, man. Obviously, bro was mentioned 350 out there, no problem. I feel like he gonna still move players out the way. Jay Crowder, bro, you need to start playing. Yo, they need to get him out of rotation or
He
something.
needed to
Listen,
start
play
playing
more.
like he was playing in Miami. That's what he needed to
He
do.
needs to, bro.
Like
they
he was
need
in the
to
bubble.
put
Yeah, exactly.
Cameron Johnson, man, they need him to start. They need bro to start. They need him to start.
They need him to start hooping, exactly. And
I don't think he's.
And to be honest, he can't do that against the Mavs, man. I don't think it's gonna
The
happen.
Mavs are a great defense, but we can't even. Let me pull up. What is their exact? Where are they ranked at?
What is it? I know for a fact that after
The
that
Mavericks
trade and everything and whatnot, they was ranked second. They was ranked second behind Boston.
Who?
After the
so on the
All-Star,
season, they're
All-Star break.
seventh on a season.
After the All-Star
You said
break,
on the season. When I looked at it, I think they was fifth on the season.
I don't know. I'm using dunks and threes. They hold opponent. They have different factors to it, but on this website, they're seventh on defensive rating. It's adjusted to opponents' offenses and stuff like that.
Okay.
They're ranked seventh. That's still high. I think that's high enough. I like what they could do offensively. The pick and roll, I think they have problems. And defensively, they have guys. And don't sleep on Maxi Kleber. He's just switching big. He's gonna be able to go out there. He's gonna be able to guard multiple positions.
I feel like he's
You're not gonna be able to just attack him.
And I feel like Bronson, this is serious to make his money next year.
Spacing, no lie.
Nah, he won this shit already. He got his.
No, I'm saying that he might even add a couple more mil to this one.
He might add
this
one
right here. Listen, bro's getting paid. One thing I gotta say is bro is getting paid. What like the one thing about the Mavericks, I would have never thought that them trading Porzingis was the best decision that they ever did, and it did, cause it's like when you playing through Luka, I felt like this team works, and with a coach with Jason Kidd and everything and whatnot, it fit perfect scheme, perfect everything. Like Luka is literally the point guard out there, bro. You're the tall point guard, man. Listen, J.K. tall point guard. Listen, when you put the good, you don't need great pieces. You need players that's hungry just the same way as you. The same way that you are hungry, they're hungry just like you. As long as you got them type of players on your team, you will win. But I still got Suns and Sixers.
Yeah, I'm really high on Dallas. I've been high on them since they made that trade. Like the way they've played, their biggest problem that they've been in the playoffs the last couple of seasons are the minutes that Luka wasn't on the court, they were terrible. They would fall off the map. They were just bad. They couldn't generate no offense.
I feel like this is a better team.
Now you have Brunson, and both of them are playing great basketball. Yeah, this is the best team that he's had. That he's had since he got to Dallas.
You got Cleveland, you got Cleveland. Then you got, what is it? You got Bullock. You got Bullock right there too. Then you have Bertans. Forgetting Bertans. Then you have.
Nah, fuck Bertans.
No lie, Green. Bro was getting solid minutes on there too. Bro's getting solid minutes, whatever, on the playoffs, whatever. But nah, Finney-Smith is probably like their low key key factor. That's probably their key factor player right there. Him and Brunson.
He had a big shot. He had a big shot in Game 6. Facts.
Bro had
Yeah,
a
they have a
44
solid.
point game
They
this
have a
season.
solid 7 players on their team. They have a solid.
That
7.
being said, I give them one game,
One game. We'll see.
maybe two.
I've been high on Phoenix too, but I'm just a little higher on Dallas. Like that's been. I just thought that. I think that no matter what series they go into, Luka is going to be the best player in the series. I think he's the best playoff performer in the NBA.
Yep.
I think that when the lights are bright, he shines the most out of any player I've seen.
Yo,
Like,
listen.
What is he averaging for this series? He's averaging 29, 10, and 6 assists.
To me,
Come on,
this
bro.
is how I
This
pretty
is
much
off
see it as
a calf strain.
Luka. To me, Luka. I feel like this is how Luka feels about it. He feel like to me, I think overseas pretty much when he started from the jump. Listen, bro. When I felt like the minute that he came into the league, I still feel like, bro, this is too easy for him. This is too easy for him. This is too easy.
Yeah.
This is too easy. Bro don't know choke. Bro don't know about choking. Bro don't know about choking. Bro don't know about playing bad performances. Bro been like that since 14. Bro been like that since
That's true.
14.
You see that?
Bro been playing professional since 14. We've
When you see that
been
step
hearing
back
Luka name since 16.
in the preseason,
We've been hearing his name for years now. Years. I just feel like this is too easy for him. This is too easy for him. Like this is probably like this is when I say it like this, people may think whatever, but this is this is his peak. This is his peak. The numbers that he's putting up now, whatever, we will continue to see the same numbers that he will.
I don't even think this is peak.
he's not even in his prime yet.
Yeah, he's gonna get
Like,
better.
he could become a better basketball player. He could be more efficient.
Yo, shit. I feel like his second year he could have won MVP. His second year he could have won MVP with the numbers that he had.
29, 9, and 9. Like that's ridiculous.
In your second year.
In your second year?
Yeah.
In your second year? Come on, man. Ain't no way. There's no way, man. Come on.
Yeah. I think
so final prediction?
Yeah.
Finals predictions, yo.
Mavs in 6.
What about you, TJ?
Suns in 6, man.
Yeah.
It's going 7. Yo, it might go 7 games.
I'm not giving them a game.
But like I said,
this man.
Taha's been sleep on the Mavericks all year long, though.
Yo,
Taha has been low
for
on
the
the
Suns.
Mavericks.
Yo, DeAndre Ayton has to be the one that's cooking the whole side series. Him, like I said, Chris Paul can have off games or whatever, but his assists will still count as the win and shit. But Suns in 6.
Yeah.
Before we close out, I just want to say one thing. The best thing that can happen for the NBA is if we get a Celtics Mavericks finals, and you have Jason Tatum and Luka Doncic battling it out in a 7-game series. Because that's the future of the NBA. Those are the top 2 players under the age of 25. That's where the league is heading towards. Those 2 guys going at it for the next 10 years. That's the best thing that could possibly happen.
If it don't happen this year, I expect
it's not happening next year.
It is
no way that
don't
happens
expect
this year.
But
it's not happening this year.
Hell no.
If the Bucks,
we already know.
Bro, if the
we know
Bucks,
going to the finals out in the East.
If the Bucks beat Boston, yo, I can't lie. Bucks is gonna beat y'all.
Hey, before
I
we leave,
like our chances against the Bucks this season.
Definitely.
This ain't the same thing. This ain't Trevor Ariza guarding him no more. I'm telling you that now. You see, we needed somebody to bulk up. Trevor Ariza's out there looking like Brandon Ingram. Like no cap. He's out there looking like Plank from Ed, and Eddie. Like just not doing shit. But now we'll see when it gets there. We'll get to those predictions, but that'll do it. It's on your end. You got to end this bitch.
Word. Can you say you have one last thing to say?
Yeah, on the whole, the whole Donovan Mitchell thing. Listen, I feel like we gonna get him. We gonna trade it. I think Tyler Hero gone and Duncan Robinson gone.
It's gonna
Not
be
if y'all win the
Tyler
chip.
Duncan and Yurtseven. Even if they
But
win the chip,
this
bro.
is
Pat
how I
Riley's a
feel.
demon.
This is how I feel about it because in the draft, I see us either getting Blake Wesley or Trevor Kills.
Blake Wesley is my favorite guard in the draft.
Bro,
If they
it
beat out
is.
Blake Wesley, yo, I'm going crazy if they get Blake Wesley.
Bro,
Yo,
I
he's
swear.
tough. He's tough.
He really
See,
is tough.
I need y'all on more often. None of these guys watch the draft. None of these guys know nothing about college basketball. Like I've been doing my big board since
Yeah,
like the beginning
he's
of
the
the college
college
season.
basketball guy.
On my life, he is,
I got
bro.
a full first round big board out right now.
Bro,
I have it on a
yo,
Google Doc, bro.
then can I actually? All right, let me ask you.
Go ahead.
All right, if the Rockets land with 3 or actually, I'll say out of the 3, fourth. Who do you think we should take fourth? Sharp or Ivory?
Sharp. I'm taking Shane Sharp if I'm there.
But
Honestly.
who do you really got them taking if they got the first 2 picks?
If they have the first pick, I think they have to go with.
Yo,
I would probably go Chet if I have the first pick. If I'm them. If I'm them.
Chet is no lie. Listen, we'll never see a type of player like Chet. Yo, no lie.
I'm not high on Chet.
Yo,
I'm not really high on him.
I'm not high on him, bro. I'm not high on him either. But yo, listen, this is a one of our talent right here in Chet. I don't know. Listen, yo, if I was the first round, if I was the first pick, I wouldn't know. I would be like stuck because it's like, yo, listen, you have a chance of getting a really great talented player, and then you have to think about it like this. There's Jabari, and then there's Pablo there. Now you have to think about how he's gonna fit on your team,
Exactly.
and your scheme, and then like. Man,
Jabari and Paulo don't fit with Jalen Green.
Jabari
they don't fit with Jalen Green.
Jabari is like a crazy risk right there. Like you can either get a KD type of player or you can get a Jaren Jackson type of player right there. Off him alone. He's a 6'10" forward. Yo, no lie, that can dribble just like the both of them type of players. And
yeah, his handle's not tight enough. But yeah, I think like if I'm the Houston Rockets and I have the first pick, I think you have to go Chet, just because you need like Jalen Green is their initiator. He's going to be their guy they're building around moving forward, and you need somebody that could fill in for his holes. Defensively, Chet's going to be a monster defender at the next level. He's going to be able to space the floor, and he's going to be a crazy pick and roll. He's going to be a crazy pick and roll big man. For sure, be able to pop into roll.
What we're trying to do is, because we're gonna move on for Christian Wood. We're gonna move on from him.
If they move on for him.
Yeah, 100%. Literally once the off season is pretty much over. Because all I gotta say is that if we move on from him, we get the first pick and we get Chat and everything and whatnot, it's going to fit perfect. It's going to fit perfectly. Because then we can do something, because it's like once we move John Wall, we can move something. Hot take: Rockets will be in the play-in tournament next season. I'm telling you this right now.
You got to end the show. You got to end the show on that one.
Okay,
you got to end the show right on that. I agree with him. I think they're in the play-in next season. What I see from Jalen Green this year, with the draft picks that they're going to have in the upcoming draft, I think they're going to play it next year as well. Even though I said the same thing about the Pistons. So let's see how that ages.
How'd that work out for you?
Listen. I walked it back, though. I walked it back before the season started. I was like, nah, the East got too good.
We know a Pistons fan, too.
What?
I said the three of us, we know a Pistons fan, too. So he would have.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to say, I don't know no Pistons fan.
Yeah, no, it's like the three of us. Yeah, we know a Pistons
Yeah.
fan. But
Yo,
yeah,
tell him to
no,
come on for the draft. I want to
that
ask
would
people
be
from
funny.
different fan bases how they feel about this upcoming draft. Who
Yeah,
they
because
want their teams to take.
he would be raging. He would be raging. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
during the
no
off
cap.
season, I want to bring in different people. Yeah, for
If,
sure.
if,
Talk
if
about
they
their
draft somebody
squad.
that he don't like, if they draft somebody they don't like, we're gonna have an all time moment on this
And that's
show
gonna be
because.
fun. We need that.
But yeah, no. On that note, friends of the pod, Ken and TJ, appreciate y'all for coming on, man.
Yeah, thank y'all for
Appreciate
coming
it,
on. Come
man.
on again.
Word.
Yeah, the draft.
Man,
Draft
yo,
time.
The
listen.
draft's coming up. Usually we stay on through the whole draft.
Man, listen, yo, for the draft, I have to because, yo, the draft lottery, man. Listen, yo, I don't know, yo, Ken, you remember my reaction when we got the second overall pick? Yo, I was heartbroken. Yo, no lie, I was screaming at my TV.
What you want a K?
In a way, I did, but then you know what? I said, yo, you know what, Jalen? I kept saying, I'm like, yo, Jalen Green, yo, you know what? I got the best player in the, yo, it don't even matter. At the end of the day, I feel like I have the best player in the fucking draft. I don't care. I got the best player in the fucking draft.
Nah,
And
Cade,
in the beginning
Cade
of
is
the
that
season,
guy.
that's what it looked like too. That's what it was looking like.
Cade is that guy.
Yeah, Cade is that guy. But yeah, before we get too
Cade
carried
is gonna
away,
be an All NBA player. Yeah. End this
Agreed.
show, Todd. Thank y'all for tuning
before we
in.
get too
We'll be back here
appreciate
Monday.
y'all. Yes, sir. And shout out to Power Pod and bring a team back to Jersey. You already know.
And follow me on
We out.
Twitter, Miguel from the TD3.
Yes, sir.